I sliced the tits off it.
Schmeichel special. I always remember when Barnes
You're gonna have to
played
shut that
Man
door,
United.
dude. We don't live in a barn.
I always remember when Barnes played
I didn't
Man
push it
United.
to it, and he just...
Yeah.
Right.
Technology.
Was just sort of the door stop to stop it from...
Yeah, I wedge it under the door so I don't have to shut it. That way I can get a little bit of airflow, but I don't have to listen to my mum on phone talking about a period with my sister when she's in the bath with the door open. This happens in this house.
Well, bad.
You got some YouTube gold right there.
No! That's the stuff you don't want on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff I don't want on YouTube, and that is one of them. You're gonna have separation between church and state.
I started watching that Smash Brothers documentary as well. Fucking weird people who played that back in the...
You think so?
Yeah, that... Is it Isaiah or something? That weird one who were really good in doubles, and in singles he never seemed to try.
Yeah.
And
when he did, he absolutely demolished.
Yeah, and when he lost to that when Japan came over and doing America versus Japan, and he like played abysmally, and he was like jumping up and down, not doing it.
Self-sabotaging himself.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting in that documentary where there's periods in there of domination, like Ken were dominant really at first, and then that Jigglypuff guy came along, and then that guy who were really good with Fox came along who picked Falco instead.
That guy who best him will beat Ken, and he went, yeah, like going for it, saying like this epic story I beat Ken, and then Ken was like, I had a bad day, and next to my song was smashed into pieces.
Yeah.
And this dude like remembered it like it was best day of his life and all that.
There's a part of me that really wants to be that deep in anything. But there's also a part of me that's kind of scared of that. Because can you imagine if that's all you thought about, that's all you could think about, and you couldn't help doing it? Like, did you see Mewtwo King?
Yeah.
That dude with receding hair like comb over who's got Asperger's, and he is the image that you don't want gaming being the image of.
Yeah.
Because he looks like the stereotypical nerd basement-dwelling creature. And he's probably a lovely guy. He's a fucking awesome player. But that's a guy who studies frame data on Smash Brothers, which is viewed as a casual party game. And he's studying hitboxes and...
Fuck that.
Like... Is there anything that you've been that good at?
Yeah, but money won't even be that good for that sort of... Well, like... Smash Brothers tournament won't even bring that much money if you win it, will it?
No. There's some places that won't even have it. Like, they weren't going to have it at EVO, because Nintendo didn't want them to. And then there were a massive petition and online, like, fuck you, Nintendo, and they did a 360. They did a 180, sorry. And they came back on it and changed their opinion and let them do it.
You said when they were starting out, they were all driving cross country and stuff to stop each other's houses. And there were about 20 people staying in one house. They were having a tournament. They all like paying in like $20 to play it. Then winner got pot and stuff.
Fucking hell.
But the thing with that, we were playing back then. Like when they're doing that, there's me and him like in that other room on a crappy CRT, getting all competitive and thinking we were king of the world, and they're taking it just to an unbelievable level.
Yeah, but there were no internet. Weren't really.
No, there weren't. You had dial-up, and when you did it, we're downstairs on a home computer, and it sucked balls.
Pictures of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Playing
eyes.
Playing Chip's Dragon Ball Z games that ruin villains for future sagas. Like, who's this guy? Perfect Cell? What the fuck?
Then we saw Super Saiyan level 4. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be crazy when they get to them.
Yeah.
I always remember Dragon Ball GT for PS1. Old game.
Yeah, GT Final Bout. That's what I'm about, dude.
Yeah, we were all in, my mate had it. We were all in Japanese. We didn't know what was going on.
Carrot.
What do you mean? Oh, mate, have you had the game like Dragon Ball 22 or something as well?
Ultimate Battle 22.
Yeah.
That 2D one.
That was alright, that one.
That was really good.
Well, better than 01. But that had loads of characters on it. It was like, where are all these people?
We need to find GT. Play that one again.
You know,
I don't mean emulator.
Jack Nicholson doing Piccolo. I will defeat you, Kakarot. Someone still something Mickey and scum. Oh, but that game had, we forget, although we hate it and we smash it. Can you remember that build your character mode? Where you went through fights and you powered yourself up and you could choose your stats that you got, and it were all about leveling them. And you could level into like level 99.
I can't remember.
On GT?
Yeah, it was like
I didn't own it.
like a competitive level progression system in an offline beat 'em up. Back in what it? 90, like 2002?
I think it was late 90s.
Because I played it at Sam's.
PS1 game.
Sam had it. Yeah, PS1.
PS2 came out, what, 99 or something? 2000?
Something like that. It might be 99. My years are bad for shit like that though, because I forget.
Well, Xbox came out in 01, didn't it?
I have no idea.
I think so, yeah.
Really? Wow. I know we were at school when we hammered it.
I'm pretty sure Xbox came out in 01, because Halo 2, like the 10-year anniversary for Halo, and that what launch title, wasn't it? And Halo 2's 10-year anniversary was year just gone, and that came out like 2 or 3 years after the first one. So it's like 2011 was when CE anniversary came out, I think. So 10 years back.
What it PS2, GameCube, Xbox that generation?
Yeah.
I never associate PS2 with it because it came out so much earlier. Because if you remember, there were the big buzz, weren't there? There were the Xbox, there were GameCube.
Dreamcast came first.
Oh, big time, yeah. Dreamcast were before them.
Dreamcast, PS2, GameCube, Xbox, I think.
So I remember seeing a tech test for a Dreamcast in one of them right old Mega Drive magazines, you know, like Saturn one, like the big thing.
Do you remember its code name? Because there were a couple, weren't there, for Nintendo, like they had the Dolphin, if you remember that, before it became...
I forgot.
Dolphin
It feels like I should know it.
I feel the same. Like I knew
Dreamcast?
The Dreamcast's name before its name, but I can't remember it.
Shit, don't Google this shit.
Did anybody own a Dreamcast when it was when it was cool to own it?
Yes.
No, I never got one when it was cool.
Right.
Did you get it when it came out then?
Yeah.
What did you play on it?
I got a boot disc, so I played everything.
Like AW's PS1.
Dave,
I love Sonic Adventure 2 on it.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Trying to think. Had a couple of shooting games for it. House of Dead and that. Because we had a gun.
Awesome.
Played. No race. I used to play Daytona on it a lot.
I used to play them arcade. They were quite good in Daytona games.
Used to play Daytona.
So we could hit a deer randomly out road. I actually like hitting that deer.
I used to play apparently.
Virtua Striker as well.
It was called the Black Belt, and then it was also named like the Aurora.
Aurora, that's probably it. Can you imagine if Connect had been Natal? Project Natal.
Well, they've all shit like that. Look, Durango, what was that about?
What was that for now?
One.
Yeah.
I prefer Durango, man. Fucking one. Which one? That one. How many?
V1.
It's so dumb. When somebody says Xbox One, I don't think that. I think Xbox One. The Xbox. The number you give to the first one. Rocky one.
If somebody says X-Bone, I'm all over it. I know exactly what they're on about.
Yeah, I'm not too big on calling it a one.
New one.
Mine's a bit more. It's because mine's as well is that HTC One, the phone, isn't there?
Yeah.
They got that out and they were naming everything HTC like One as well, and they, like Microsoft jumped on and just went.
This is where Debbie's ignorance plays like dividends for her, because instead of being Xbox One, like original, instead of going original Xbox 360, Xbox One, just go Xbox.
The Xbox.
So that, like, if I had both, if I had 360 and Xbox One, and I said, oh, I'm getting a game for Xbox, she wouldn't say 360 or one. She'd just say, oh, alright, for Xbox, and that's it. It's just one. It's one entity. It's not PS1, 2, 3, 4. It's just PlayStation.
Yeah, it's just whatever the most recent one is.
Yeah, it's a sort of ignorance to it, but it makes it easier.
It's a useful ignorance.
It makes it easier.
We were all like that at one point. It's just been a very long time since. Like, can you imagine having the kind of exposure we have now to games and information that we did back when we were getting Nintendo games?
I wish they still had them slur names for them. And the N60 bar and the Grey Station.
Grey Station. Like grey is an insult. The thing was a huge grey bar. Well, they do that with Xbox One, don't they, when they did the change of the policy. The Xbox 180. Yes, very funny.
But I think, credit where credit's due at Xbox One, every month they release a patch for it, listening to the community and changing stuff. Like,
Well, do you know the reason why it takes so long to do things like install games and do all that kind of side of stuff? It's because of the way it was designed. That machine was designed from the ground up on an architectural level to be for all those stuff they went back on. Always on, all that kind of bullshit. All that stuff they got rid of is the reason why it suffers now. Because it wasn't designed or optimised to work the way it works. So all that nonsense that you have to put up with is because of that.
Yeah, but credit where credit's due.
choice.
Instead they designed it to do a different job, it does the job it does now quite well.
Yeah.
Even though it's supposed to do it differently.
Definitely, it's just... Have you installed a game on that where it's taken, like, considerable amounts of time when it had nothing to do with internet speed?
Yeah.
When it's like, why is it 7 hours later and I can't play my fucking game? It's like, but it's okay, you can play it now while it's installing. Sunset Overdrive let me play it for 40 seconds when it went about 40% through.
Fuck that.
I just...
So, when we start recording and stuff, we What, have we got any planned layout or?
No, I think we should just freestyle because there's no point in
I'm just gonna eat the chocolate.
calling it like time cop because it's not anymore. That's
Yeah.
died. It's been too long. Consistency is the way you keep things going. You keep stuff relevant, and we haven't got it, so we'll just have it as
We
a
never
sort
had
of
it.
thing. We did at uni. Did one a week.
That's
dude.
when we were forced to see each other though.
Fuck you! I wanted to see you, ass face.
Well, walk up to my house and knock on my door then.
Do you see how far it is? It's snowing, you know. There's cars out there.
Sorry, have we not come to you?
Probably stop
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
man.
It's because I didn't want to slip and fall with that. You saw me going up to the shop. It was terrible.
Oh, okay.
I would have put my bag on with a pillar in it.
I've said to Debbie,
That's how hardcore I was going to be.
my New Year's resolution, or whatever, is to make a more of an active effort with my friends. That's it, because I never did. Or I am, should I say, for the last couple of years. I mean, what last time I saw you?
It's been a while. It were my birthday.
So, what? It's a good while ago.
7 months.
I'm gonna say it's at least, I was thinking it's over 6. I saw Aiden
Christmas
New
Eve.
Year,
wasn't it?
Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
Christmas, I think.
Well, first time I'd seen you since you'd moved out.
I didn't even know you were at.
Yeah, I came up. I said, Mrs. Oh, me, Chris, whatever, going up here. Oh, come up, I'll see you both. I got up there, and I'm like, where's Chris?
Yeah, we're late.
Wait
yeah.
for Danielle to do her hair or something daft.
Yeah. Then we went
And
with
we
parents.
were-
And we went, it got a bit convoluted.
I can't, were me and Debbie tired or something? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
We were tired or we didn't have much money or something. But
I don't
we,
remember.
we didn't plan on staying long anyway. I don't think we actually planned on going out, I can't remember. So she said, oh, we'll go up for an hour. I think we're there for a couple, weren't we? Because I was trying to drag it out just so I could see her and just say, oh, alright, how are we doing this? I don't know. And even
I
if I'd
didn't
only
even
seen
know you were at,
If
dude.
I'd have seen you for 5 minutes, or even 1 minute, then it would have made staying that extra hour worth it.
Yeah.
But it just got to a point where we were like, now we gotta go. So,
And so as soon as they walked in, we were literally walking out to go to cricket club, and they'd just been to cricket club, so we went back and forth. So I went across the had a pint with Deej and stuff, and I was like, we're going back across cons now. I was like, no, I plan on staying here for the rest of the night. And I'm like, does anybody fancy going back to cons? I haven't seen Chris in ages, and we always spend Christmas Eve with Chris. And I'm like, no, we're fine staying here. I'm like, fine, fuck you all. I'm going across on my own now.
I miss good New Year. Well, not even New Year's because we've never really done that. But new Christmas Eves. We need to do. We need to revise it and make it good again because it's just getting worse every year. In not necessarily like a bad night. Just do you remember when it used to be good? Do you remember when you didn't have to say that?
Yeah, when you'd spew up on doorsteps to cross
yeah.
keys.
I was going to bring that up. Aren't you? Always me being sick.
yeah, but going out in general is not what it used to be.
No, but you make it something new. Like,
Do you know, right?
do you know a night out for me, right now, would be in a place where we can talk and we can do this with a couple of pints. We don't have to worry about going to somewhere we don't want to be, listening to music we don't want to hear, or end up in a fight that we didn't want because we bumped into some dude who were angry.
See, I can't remember the last time I actually went to a pub, like, quite a pub drink. So, last couple of times I've been out, I've only been able to enjoy myself if I've been to Sheffield. If I've been to Barnsley and that, and I ain't been out much. But when I've been to Sheffield, I've really enjoyed it because I find it easier to let loose, as daft as it sounds, even though I'm in a place I don't really know.
Yeah.
Same shit, innit? Same shit, different day.
You get desensitised to it.
But, like, actually, I tell you, like, last time I went for a pub drink was,
I saw you there.
yeah, Boxing Day or day after or something like that.
It was sometime in between
Yeah.
that sort of shit. 'Cause I
So
went
we
out
make
Sunday dinner.
Yeah, my mate comes up from London every year.
Yeah.
And I'll work it next morning, so I'll run shandies and shit. And like, that's the first time I'd been out in
Fuck
ages.
that shit.
Out of
You want to get
choice.
tanked and have a really rough day. But then again, you're
choice.
driving now, so you
Yeah,
can't.
they
can
do
you?
random breathalyzers.
Yeah, I won't fuck with that. Like I on my 18th, I went around Waker with my dad because it was one of his mates, like 50th or something, and we did like 14, 15 pints or something. And I had to get up and go to quick save next day for an 8-hour shift. It was the worst thing ever, but it was kind of funny too, and I can look back on it and laugh.
It's like freeze up.
But I wasn't driving, so
Thing is though, now
okay.
you don't bounce back. It sounds daft.
No, you don't.
You don't bounce back as quick.
You know, when you're in bed, you're like, I'm not giving up.
you see, I'm not too bad, but I get a stomach that makes it feel like I'm going to shit uranium, and I can't taste me dinner for the entire day.
I used to be fine because I used to be able to just sleep through it. But now I find myself waking up
I can't sleep.
at like 6, 7, just standard. I just wake up. So I can't sleep through it anymore. I really struggle to do it.
Worst one is when you wake up, you're really tired and hungover, but you can't get back to sleep properly, and you're just uncomfy, and it's horrible because you're knackered and you want to go back to sleep, but you can't. That's horrible.
I'm about all the time anyway.
I can't
Literally,
sleep.
I went to sleep the other day at 10 o'clock and I was up at 6 for work. I just fell asleep, slept straight through. I remember waking up, rolling over just before my alarm went off. When just closed my eyes, my alarm went off. I went, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! I've got to get up now," because I felt like I'd only just got comfortable, and all the sleep I'd had counted for nothing.
I hate that. That's why I'm glad you woke me up with your phone call, because when it got to like 6 in the morning, I'm still tossing and turning. I'm like, I'm up so soon. This is not even fucking funny. I'm gonna feel like shit. But when I picked that phone up, I don't know if it's adrenaline or what, or my brain just kicked in, but I didn't feel too bad.
I'm gonna say I thought I'm gonna ring him. His phone's gonna be off. We're not gonna know what to do.
No. I managed to find my charger and I got it turned on. So I sent him a message saying that I'm probably going to contact you and mention before.
I just love the fact that there's no point in you having a phone, really.
No, there's not. But you know, on Xbox.com, I couldn't reply to 4 of your messages. I had to go back to like, I love Final Fantasy X one or something just to reply, because it did not have the reply button on it. Like, what the fuck
I
is
do it
this
all on my
trash?
phone, so I might have something to do with it. But
No idea.
that's one of the good things about having a smartphone or whatever. 'Cause things like that just makes it a lot easier.
Well, I do need to get a phone that wasn't designed in '95. But
well, I mean, you use
That
you've
would
got your Twitter and all that stuff, haven't you? So
yeah, I do
it'd be
everything
easier
through
to
that.
do that than going on your PC and stuff.
it's
It's like
just-
when I'm doing, as much as I hate myself for playing Destiny still, when I'm doing
Remember
raids,
that Destiny addiction.
I use Forum app on my phone and I can find a group to do a raid in like 5 minutes.
What do you use? Do you use True Achievements?
No, it's Bungie app.
Oh, Bungie.
It's like a companion app or whatever.
That's alright.
I just go to forum thread that's Crota raid, just post level 32 now, level 32 Titan, looking to do raid, any checkpoint, and invite me, game tag is Isle of my eye.
I just assumed true because I saw the day that you'd like, let me join the boosting session for something. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I wanted to join a gaming session for Flawless Raider, then realised that joining a group to do Flawless Raider is probably a bad idea and it'd be better to do it with friends. But you can trust them to know what they're doing.
It's kind of tough to get that many people. What is it, 6 people you need for them?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
Have you seen that video of the guy doing the new raid on his own in 40 minutes?
No.
So a guy as a hunter does the full raid on his own in 40 minutes.
Doesn't
How
you need
can
to
you
stand
do
on
that?
panels and shit though? Like you couldn't.
No, when it first came out, you could kill Sawbearer and get across the bridge section without constructing it, because you could swipe enough to just like glide through air. You know when you're like blade dancing or whatever, and you swipe and you kind of all suspend yourself in air, you do that to get across, and then you kill ogres and then sections over. Like I could, before they changed it, I could do the first 2 sections on my own. I could run through Thralls and I could get across bridge.
Yeah, but you can't get into it on your own, can you? Oh, can you?
You can do raids on your own. You can't.
I didn't think you could start matchmaking
You
unless you
can't,
had a full team.
with Crota one, you stand on a pedestal and then just open the bridge and you drop into an hole, and that's start a raid. With Vault of Glass, you've got to open. You got to stand on them plates, and it opens the door, doesn't it?
I have no idea, dude. I've not done
You
it.
can't do that on your
I've seen
own.
people do. You can do it as a 2-player. There's people who've done it as a 2-player.
Yeah.
How do you do panels as a 2-player?
If
No, that's a stupid question.
if you get in, no, because if you
Basically, you can set all panels off,
And
and
then
then you
kill.
stand on left and right, make sure nobody gets into the middle. Yeah.
you can watch all spawns front left and all spawns front on right on Vault of Glass, just standing at the top.
Yeah, that fucks me off. That when you're doing it. 'Cause when I was doing it with like a great decent bunch of people who are good at it, we did left and right, split into 2 teams, and nobody even got to no enemies got to the middle. But then when
I
you
open
play
it on
with-
my own. I tell everybody to fuck off. I'm like, 3 people go left, 2 people go right. Because left's hardest plate to hold. I'll go middle. I'll support where I can, and then I've got Galaron fully leveled up, which is the best rocket launcher in the game.
Oh,
One shot on a Praetorian, it just dies.
well, we go 3 on left, 3 on
Yeah.
right. If one starts getting towards middle, obviously one person goes after it, but we've never had a problem with getting to middle, because they'll usually just come for you and then go for middle then. So we did that.
See,
And then everybody else wants to have 2 on everything, and that fucks it up.
I enjoy doing raids as much as I despise myself for doing it.
What's the headset like on Xbox One?
I think it's great. It's real clear.
There's only one, isn't there?
Yeah.
I didn't want to think of that when I saw it.
If like
Because you can't get headsets from it all until
No.
like the other day.
no, actually no,
Is it
you can
Turtle
get.
Beach brought
No,
one out?
all Turtle Beaches work. Certain ones do. There's a full list on Turtle Beach website of all 360 headsets, and I think Triton ones that work with new one.
It will like,
But you've gotta buy,
like an update or something, or
Yeah, you've got to buy like a 20 quid thing that plugs into the bottom of your pad, and then do you know like on your Turtle Beach headphone, it's got like 2 wires and all this. You just
Yeah.
bang it in the bottom and it's away. If you Google it now, if you go on Turtle Beach or Google a list of all Turtle Beach headsets that work on Xbox One, They do work.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Mine
when
don't. But
you needed a play and charge kit because they don't come with a fucking cable because Microsoft are assholes and they want your money.
well, that's
You can't buy a wired pad.
yeah, but some people have bought a play and charge kit, and I know a lot of people that have. But a lot of phone chargers are the exact same cable.
I know, my Kindle charger is.
There you go. So you don't need a play and charge kit.
Yeah, but that's still not getting away from the fact that Sony gives you the thing to charge the pad that comes with your console, and Microsoft go, buy your own. Or the way that Sony has an automatic modem inside it that picks up fucking Wi-Fi, and you had to buy one for the Microsoft product. Like, why do they always do that?
Because
With every single
Nintendo
thing.
did that.
Yeah, Nintendo were same.
3DS.
Nintendo and Microsoft are the worst for that shit. Sony have the worst knowledge when it comes to all that kind of stuff, yet they try the hardest. And then they still make a bread bin thing that I really despise. But I don't understand. Like, I experience these new consoles and I hope for things, and then when you don't get it, I just wonder, like, do they not realise that a wired pad is better than a wireless pad? Do they ever watch professional gamers who need quick reflexes? None of them are using wireless
They're
pads.
making more money off casual people who like
Oh, yeah.
cable flopping around the
No doubt. It's just, I don't get it. I just don't understand.
See, wired pads. That's the thing though. It's like
Everyone's like,
So
oh, I don't like
playing-
cables. Well,
I
I
like-
fucking do.
I like being competitive online. This, that, and other. But I can have a wired pad. Simply because even though it might take button commands slightly quicker or whatever, the amount of pads I've brought because I get cables wrapped around my legs or whatever, or I sit so far away, cable's not long enough or something.
You'd love that PlayStation 3 cable.
I used to break headsets all the time because I'd be sat like that. I used to, like when I used to live at my mum's, I'd be sat on my bed, I'd do this, I'd shuffle around, my wire would go underneath my legs, and I'd pick my
pull
pad
it out,
up,
yeah.
and then it'd shoot out at the bottom, and then wires would come loose, and then I'd have to walk down the street, buy another one, come back up. I've brought 2 headsets in one day before.
Well, we've all done that, dude. It's just, before you had a play and charge kit, how many batteries did you go through?
I've never not had a play and charge kit.
Have you ever not had a play
I
and
bought
charge
on
kit?
day one.
I've always had
I
one.
had rechargeable batteries for a long time, and I must have gone through them. I could go through them twice a day.
As you'd be old style rechargeable as well, where you've got to run them out and all that, haven't you?
Yeah, you have to
On new
condition batteries to
least
not be shit.
on Xbox One's new play and charge kit for it, you can charge it at any state and it don't lose any of its charge time apparently. Yeah, because it's like a different style of batteries.
Well, battery technology is getting better into it. I just find it baffling that they don't learn. They don't learn from simple things like that. It's the same way interface on one. Why are achievements now worse to get to than trophies are?
Have you snapped them?
Yeah, and it never fucking loads.
I loved it. I snapped Master Chief Collection earlier, and it like Chief Collection just went black screen. That stopped loading altogether because it was like I'll just finish the Spartan Ops mission. So I was like, yeah, I'll think about this in a bit. Let me try and sort these apps out. So it said achievement, had picture for achievements. Then that waited. Then that went grey, and then I had loading wheel. Like fuck's sake. Then it popped up saying Master Chief Collection. Popped up with list of achievements. Then I had 2 loading wheels. So like, this is taking piss. So I thought, right, unsnap it, just put it away. That Master Chief Collection finally booted up, and I was like, you know what, just turn it on. I can't be bothered anymore.
But like these machines have got so much more hardware focusing on this stuff, yet it's worse. It don't make any sense. Like I've had occasions when I've been playing it, you know when you press your dash and it kind of pulls you out into that awesome looking thing where the game's still there.
I love that, I think that's great.
And you can like press B twice, can't you, to go back in? Or you can press middle button to get rid of menus.
Yeah.
Either way. Well, there's times when you press B and it has to load it. And while it's loading, you can press the middle button. Like, how does it work?
You know what I don't get?
It just confuses me.
If you snap Netflix, sometimes it won't let you pick a film to watch whilst you're playing. But if you full screen it, then pick a film, then snap it afterwards, it'll put it there and it'll play it just fine. I don't get it works but it don't work.
It must be because all the processing's going to it, and then once you've done the tough bit, it's easier. But it's the kind of stuff that you would think the technicians, when they were designing it, might have done. And thought, hang on a second here, boys, there's a loady thing happening quite a lot.
Yeah.
Can we not have this loady thing? Can we take away all this fucking... You can have your own videos and recording your own things and doing your own pictures.
But credit where credit's
Snapshots.
due, new gamer pictures are very nice.
I don't like them.
I
They're
love
colourful though.
I think they're great.
But they ruined the one you've got for your 360 because it's like...
Yeah.
I feel like
It's a little tiny one.
like they wanted a black porn star, but they unfortunately got a white one. and it just doesn't
A fat
compare.
white one.
Yeah. But I've always been a gamer picture guy because I never liked avatars. I thought they were redundant, and I noticed there's not much avatar stuff on this new one. There's no real focus towards that. Wonder what Rare are doing now, except for applying for other jobs.
I picked a gamer picture as soon day I got it, and I've changed it once or twice, but I keep going back. I've had the
like
I don't know.
Well, on the XMB taggy thing, you get your pictures and stuff. You get your trophy like gameplay thing, don't you?
I think avatars are like that, are they?
No, they've got souls. Because that shit's worthless. Like, the Mii's did it first, and the Mii's now, they just look freakish.
Yeah.
You turn your Wii U on, and it looks like Michael Myers, the Play-Doh edition.
They're not wearing that good though, are they?
No?
On 3DS, it's all over the place. It's like, oh, you can street pass, you can go past people, and you can punch your street pass friends. I have left my Wi-Fi on, gone back and forth to Nottingham and to Penistone a million times with that in my bag with Wi-Fi thing turned on so that it picks up people. I picked up one person.
Dude, you're not in
Yeah,
Japan.
because nobody else does it.
You're not in Japan, that's the problem. It's this Japanese culture of trains and transport, everybody having DSs
and
that we don't
Pokemon
have.
cafes.
Exactly.
They look amazing.
That's the kind of thing that they get that we don't. But
Pokemon Cafe.
you can get artwork on
It's
your
fun.
Wii U profile, and it looks like ashy art or paint art. But I don't think you can do it yourself because I haven't seen enough cocks to make me think you can do it yourself. Like, who's spending time doing that and then putting them little statuses like, I really like playing Mario Kart. Who is it aimed for? I don't get it.
Yeah, but there's plenty of stuff like that on all sorts of stuff, isn't
Like,
there?
you don't need any details to sign into the internet on that on Wii U. It just lets you on.
Well, you
Well,
don't
that's
need-
going way back from Wii, innit? We need access
I know.
codes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you probably need friend codes to have friends, but I did not have to put in email addresses or anything. It just lets me use it. And I'm really glad, because I really don't want to put any of that stuff on it at all.
I tried getting I put my 3DS on our old Wi-Fi and it took me about 40 minutes. You know, you just need your password thing.
Yeah.
On this, you need every bit of detail you've ever had for your router.
When I was using Mystery Trade and all that on X and Y and all that, I actually found it easier to connect to internet by tethering it through my phone than what I did directly going straight through internet.
It's fucking daft, isn't
It's
it?
disgusting, that.
You're like, oh, I can either set it up to go through internet, which might take me forever, or I can tether it to my phone and be on in 2 minutes. I'll do that. So I'd like put internet, normal Wi-Fi through my phone, and then stream that through. I wouldn't like 3G it or all, so I'd be using my proper internet. It'd just be a roundabout way of doing it.
That's mad. But you do an initial install on Wii U, and the official Nintendo help channel recommends you move the machine closer to the router to
I
make
hate
it
shit
faster.
like that, me. I can.
How is that a tip?
Is there a little drawing of somebody doing
That's when Kinect came on. It's like, move further away from your TVs. You see what fucking.
There's a
I'm
neighbour's
doing
house there. What?
I'm doing this in a shed. And we got the living rooms. We've got adverts at 6 mile bloody long.
Yeah, but you need
New
one of those,
Connect New Connect though, it's just still shit. No, but that detects you right well.
I want a new Kinect. If I'm getting a 360, then I want to get a new Kinect with it.
Mine didn't even plug
Will the
in.
new Connect work with 360?
When I get when I get a one, I want to get a Kinect with it. But bundles are so much more expensive. It comes with Kinect. It's not just a 50 quid extra. It's going up to about 100 quid extra just to get the.
I thought I used it at first. It were like, oh look at this, ooh, Connect. It's unplugged now. I don't even use it.
Xbox burn.
That's like all that fucking snap shit when you talk to it and he does it all.
Yeah, but right. You probably haven't experienced this yet, but do you know when you're playing games online and you're like, oh, we're all in a voice party together, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm this, that, and over, I'm going down here, and blah blah blah, they've got flag, and they say go, Xbox Snap achievements, and then this guy just in your ears talking to his Xbox, you're like, I don't need to hear this, and then you'll be like, it's all competitive, this, that, and other. Xbox, record that. I'm like, fuck off. Mute. Whenever I play games online now, unless I'm playing with my friends, everybody's muted.
Yeah.
Can't deal with him.
I've been muting since Soldier of Fortune 2.
Well, I always give people the benefit of the doubt and I think, well, it's a new set of people, it's a new game.
Dude, you've got your headset plugged in.
Mute.
That's one step farther than I've ever got. Headsets.
Yeah, fair enough.
No.
So last thing I play aside from Modern Warfare, they're not getting a chance. Will always 99% of games again. They're always going to be knobheads. So I mute everybody straight up. That I went on Far Cry 4 and I'm like, I'll not mute this in the background. And you said that though, it were actually quite fun.
I hate them people who think they know the game better than you, even though you've played it a million times over, and they're just like, oh, I know, I'll do this, do that. It's like,
people are stupid with that stuff. But I entered my mic plugged in since Gears 1 days.
Yeah, but you know, you ain't got an Xbox
I know,
so
I know
you
you-
can't play
I know you're
with me anymore.
kind of lonely, and you're wanting to talk to strangers.
You fucking honest as well. Left me.
I did, yeah. I bought it there. That's
Day
as
one
much
edition.
as I try to justify the decision to buy it and sell my Xbox 360, but I feel in hindsight I've been better off waiting 6 months. But it's one of them.
360.
It's but it's one of them new tech things. You know, like I've got it, I want it. I see it, I want it.
It can be
Give me
really
this.
exciting.
Yeah, I mean it was, but then I realised I was in a world of my own. 'Cause
It's missing a killer app. That's the problem. We all are.
Do you know
We're
what-
missing that one game, that Gears of War, that
Resistance.
You see, I'd like to say
I never
Resistance
played
because I love it,
Resistance.
but
Never
a lot of
played
people don't like Resistance.
Well, what big thing for PlayStation?
Metal Gear Solid 4, probably.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
No,
you
but what launch with it?
get it and play Destiny with Resistance.
And they were rivaling Gears when they were two completely different games, just with a similar theme: monsters, Resistance fighters. Yes,
So what you should do, you should both get one and buy Destiny.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it.
It's alright.
I can't even trade it in and trade it up because that game makes me physically sick. It truly does.
I just
like it. But
I just can't believe
I'm not
it.
getting
Literally,
that deep into it ever again.
I got when it comes to Christmas, a lot of people are like, oh, what do you want? Like, there's not a want, just get me Xbox credit, because I can put it on my account and it'll sit there and I can buy stuff when I want it.
Yeah.
Problem is, I end up with 80 quid for credit, didn't I?
And then you want to
So
spend
one
it.
day I was sat there and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play this game, I don't want to play this game. Because GTA 5 on Xbox One is amazing. First person mode is amazing.
Yeah.
Getting run over is amazing. Like, you just, like, sky, hands, ground, it's just like, this is great. And I love jumping out of cars, because I drive in third person and then it switches to first when I get out.
Yeah.
Because it's driving, I mean,
It's
motorbikes
horrible
is
in
fun, but
first
it's
person.
hard work sometimes.
Yeah.
And when you jump out, you just see door open and just, hey. I love it. You just like, I just have a little giggle every time I do it, and it feels like a new game.
Does it get all
But
your
I've got-
achievements from 360 one?
All online ones, and it gives me stunt jumps for no reason.
What, is it not a separate list?
It's the same list plus an extra achievement for playing first person for like 15 hours. All your online achievements, as soon as you go online, you'll get them. But all your single player ones, you have to do again.
I'm fucking not 100% in that again.
But I mean, I plan on doing it. But thing is, this is my point anyway. When I see my friends, like, because Food's come back, he's got an Xbox One and he's online. Well, he was online
He's
a
out of
lot.
prison.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
Is that a rough time?
yeah. So he's come back and they're like, he gave me somebody to talk to all the time, and he was playing Destiny a lot. So they're like, oh, I want to play Destiny. But at this point, it was just when DLC had come out. Well, just after Christmas, shall I say. I'd got my character as high as I could. I thought, oh, I can't justify spending money on a DLC that's got no achievements, this, that, and other. But just because somebody's playing it, I've wasted 35 quid on both expansion packs.
They don't come with achievements.
No.
What
They're on
the
about
fuck are they
they're on
doing?
about adding them, and it's like,
Oh, really? Do you
The
think that might
Xbox
be a
rules
good
is out
idea?
window now, aren't they? If you charge for DLC, you've got to have achievements.
What,
Like
what
Xbox
happened to those rules?
but this is the
It's
thing.
Bungie, they're not
I'd rather
fucking-
play with
Yeah, but you
friends
look
than
at
I would on
Dark
my
Souls.
own.
Yeah.
How the fuck did that not come with DLC achievements?
I don't understand DLC without achievements.
I don't understand.
I can't believe a boss.
It's against rules.
Can't believe a
It's
boss.
the guidelines of having it greenlit on Xbox.
That's the best thing about Master Chief Collection, because it's got 5,000. Oh, have you heard about this with Master Chief Collection? They give me a month free gold subscription the other day, you know, because there's
because they've been
matchmaking.
all fucked up.
Anybody who played it between release day and like 19th of December or something, they're remaking ODST. You get it for free.
For free,
I
yeah.
heard that. That's good, though.
So I'm gonna get a free copy of ODST. So I'm gonna have 6,000.
Interesting though, isn't it, to show that that's how quick it is to remake ODST.
Well, it only took them a year to make it.
I
Originally.
really like ODST.
I like
People
ODST
get
is one of the
shit.
best
I think
ones.
it's probably one of my favourite Halos. I'd say 3 is probably my favourite, just because I think it's a great game.
Yeah, until you go back and play it online, you realise that hit detection on it's awful.
I never played it online,
Yeah,
so...
but
Like,
when
well, I did, but I weren't...
yeah.
Oh, I want to kill people on Halo. I was just, what the fuck is going on? Why am I blue? Why is he red?
ODST were probably one of the better ones for co-op
ODST
and
is
stuff.
great, but yeah,
He brought in Firefight as well, didn't it? So
Yeah, he
they
did.
did bring in Firefight.
Is that
I just-
gone on? It's gone on new one, isn't it?
Hey, we're in
Yeah, there's
Reach.
Spartan Ops, isn't it?
Yeah, Spartan. But Spartan Ops, I like the idea of Spartan Ops.
Yeah, but I like Firefight as well.
I like the idea of moonwalking, just we're never good at it.
It just fucks my fire. Gears got rid of Horde, which were fantastic. Halo's got rid of Firefight.
Whoa,
Why?
whoa, whoa, you can't judge Judgment on Gears, dude. Like, Judgment is just its own thing. And it's an immensely lesser component.
They're still doing
Why
one
is it really though?
for.
It's one of the best components ever made.
I still need to do a ton of Gears 3. I was thinking about playing that.
Gears 3?
I'll happily
Are you
play
making
it.
seriously again?
Fuck no, dude. If I had not lost my save, I'd have it.
I always remember the day Louis said to me, we're going for seriously, because you'd not got it.
I did
It always makes me laugh.
2,000
Yeah, you told me
matches on that motherfucker, playing the computer and actually playing. None of that bullshit that Lou were doing, with leaving it on all day, gonna work. I played. I got close to Onyx with both shotguns, sniper rifle. I was well on my way to doing some of the ones that you would think would be awful, and I was into it. Then when I got reset, I never wanted to play it again.
It's understandable.
Like, I got to level 70 playing hard on Gears 2 on my own, doing Subway, because I could control it on Insane from a certain vantage point. Like, when I want to, I can get like fucking all the way OCD, Asperger's, artistically just zoom in and just do nothing but turn my brain off and achieve a goal. But when you get reset, like, how can you have that same passion? How can you have that same drive?
I feel like I've lost that edge in a way, because I don't seem to play it. I feel like, I don't know, it's like I play it just as much, Xbox, but I don't seem to be as into it as what I used to be.
I think that's because you're not no one to compete with, you know. Cause
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
on your own. Because you were very competitive at one point.
Yeah, I mean,
Just with silly things.
I was thinking about it.
Like even when we used to boost.
Yeah, I was thinking about it though, because if you look at my achievement list on yours, it'll say Xbox One achievements, won't it?
Mhm.
So it's like, I think I've got something like 20,000 in a year and a half.
Oh, it's that thing, isn't it, where it shows
you've
who's
just got a
most in,
chunk,
like,
can't
a
you?
month,
No, but you've got, if you look at it on 360 and you look at my tag, it'll just say Xbox One games or something, doesn't it? Is that?
That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
And it shows it as a
how
chunk.
It segregates each other.
Yeah, it shows it as a chunk, and it like, I think back and it's like, well, at one point I'm getting 3,000 G a month.
Yeah, dude,
So-
I've been like 3,000 G away from getting 300,000 for the last year.
Yeah.
And I've played a ton of games. I don't know where the gamer scores go in, but it's not adding to my damn tag.
I do like that leaderboard though, where it's like
Where it shows you
your
who's
top
getting-
5 friends, and where you rack up on who's got most achievements over the last 30 days.
Yeah, it's like a competitive
Nice.
achievement thing.
Yeah, when I first started playing Master Chief Collection, it like I were at bottom at list. I
Well,
like,
you're second on my list.
I were Louis were highest on mine. He had like 2,600
What's
in
he doing
30
now?
days.
Is he?
Just smashing everything. It seems.
I wondered if because he focuses, doesn't he, on like he'll pick an eclectic achievement that needs 1,000,000 hours to do, regardless of if
He
it's.
did all Assassin's Creed, all DLC for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Revelations and all that. He were working on that.
God,
Yeah,
I don't know how he
I
does it, man. I don't know how he can. I have to be interested in it.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
I can't do it for the sake of doing it.
No.
Times, well, especially now, times become too precious to sit doing stuff you don't enjoy to
Yeah.
get numbers. So I'll happily look for an achievement if I'm enjoying doing it, but
Same if there's a competitive angle. You know, if there's competition where like someone else wants to get it, or you know that someone else is working for it, then that's an edge that can give you some excitement. But
Yeah.
not Assassin's fucking Creed. I can't even stomach third, and I can't. even put that in.
Don't. Right, Unity. If you want to talk Assassin's Creed,
It's bad,
right, let's record this shit.
dude. We've been recording for the last 40 minutes.
Have we?
Yeah.
I didn't even
You're a
realise.
closet racist. They all hate
do you know 4 Black Flag?
Yeah.
Loved it.
I did too,
Loved
and
it.
I was so surprised.
Loved.
I can't wait
every
to play that again on
second.
Xbox One.
It's brilliant. It plays really well and it looks beautiful. 1000 G'd it. Loved it.
What's this? Unity.
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
Good
Right.
one.
Unity, right, on the other hand, 700G on it, and it was painstaking 700G. Like, by the time I finished game, I got to that point, I just thought, ugh, I don't want to do this last 300. And
Is there a lot of co-op bullshit for it?
fuck Unity.
That's my
Yeah.
Destiny feelings right
No,
there.
but like, yeah, there's co-op on it, and it's just, there's all these missions, it's like, I'll do this, this, and this, and if you're doing it with friends, it probably won't be that bad, but it's just, it's so buggy. And have you seen some like glitches?
Like no faces. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know cinematics are bad when there's a point where Arno, the assassin that you play, and
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know the assassin, right? He's my best mate. I know him.
Is he
very
well
well.
done?
I know her. Yeah, him, and I think his girlfriend's like Elise or something. So I know Elise. No, but yeah, the kissing in a balloon or something. And when that camera angle shows it from like a side angle where you can see the lips coming together, you can see like a 3-inch gap between them. So they're just like, I want to kiss you, but there's this invisible force field. I was like, oh.
It's next
Immersion
gen.
breaking.
It's next gen. It's completely next gen and modelled for this console, and this sort of shit shouldn't be happening. It's not like it's an up-res or alt daft like that where artifacting can happen. It's just, it just upset me.
Remember we watched E3 in your spare room and we sat watching E3 like, this looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, co-op techie people down.
Crowd
and
technology.
It's getting slated this badly.
I'm getting to the point where I mean, I've always been a fan of Assassin's Creed, but I'm getting to the point where I think I'm done on it. I think I'm done.
The best thing you've got with Unity is because if you play Unity, that 2.5D game, next one's coming out, and you get it for free if you play Unity because it's so shit, and it looks it's like...
I might play that.
It's in China, and it's all like...
You're bringing me back.
It's all like oiled and painted.
I can't believe Ubisoft embargoed that review for so long that they already got all the sales they wanted before people were informed that, yo dog, this game is not good.
They're putting an embargo on that as well?
That review was a week late. So
embargoes.
was Destiny, because Bungie were afraid people wouldn't understand the 10-year plan they had for it. Like, fuck you.
No.
You can't
10-year
review it
plan
for a day or something.
The 10-year plan that in 2017 has a penciled release date for Destiny 2.
For Destiny 2.
How can you have a 10-year plan on a game that's going to have a sequel?
Dude, $500 million budget. That's all we needed. That's what we got.
It
You remember all 4 of them planets? Or the 4? 3?
The same
2?
amount. The same amount of planets.
One
that were
we
in,
colour palette swaps.
That ninja game.
Too human.
No, that ninja game on
Ninja
Xbox
Blade.
One. No, that game's amazing.
On Xbox One?
That free one on Xbox One.
What, Volgar?
No, stop it.
Warframe.
Warframe. Yeah. Basically,
Space Ninjas.
Yeah.
it's like a Destiny knockoff. That's free, but when
Whoa,
you're loading,
Destiny knockoff that's been out before
I was
Destiny.
going to say, Warframe's been around
Warframe's
for
been around
from
for
PS
ages.
yeah, whatever.
It's on PC, on
Anyway,
beta for years.
on loading screen, you can move your ship from that.
Yeah.
It's like Destiny.
It's
You
Destiny's
can't
loading
fly
screen,
it, but you can move it.
Whoa.
Just imagine the difference in waiting on Destiny if you could move your ship with each other.
That'd be
And
amazing.
bump into each other. That'd be mint.
No, I
It
think
does look pretty
Warframe
cool.
is-
I do like that on Destiny though. Do you know when you're in orbit and all your fire team comes in?
Yeah.
And that looks pretty cool.
You've got to though, aren't you? Because when you're there for 40 minutes every time.
Yeah.
Let's
Did you
go to
play any
Tower. That's not.
Crucible?
I played a little bit.
Did you play any?
And I played a little bit.
I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's not that I wasn't bad at it, but it just felt...
It's Halo with win buttons.
Yeah. And there's a lot of wind guns as well. Like when Vex Mytha class were first in there,
Yeah.
that were destroying everyone.
I don't know.
Which I think as a gun on its own is good, but it's not the best.
I
gun
wish
I've
there was
got.
more team emphasis in it.
Yeah. I only play Control. You know, like Domination.
I don't know what I played. I just shot people and turned it off.
I've just bounced around between all different. I did like that one that weren't. It's not on playlist. It's on every so often.
Salvage.
Yeah. I'm quite good at salvage.
3-man fire team, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played with Heretic, and Heretic's good at multiplayer on it. So.
Really happy to hear you say that.
It's
Still
shocking
a
at
wanker.
Nightfall, though. No, it made me laugh the other day because I did a weird way to do it Nightfall. So I've got Hunter, Titan, Warlock, and they're all like Titan's 32, others are 30s. So it's just from playing.
Juvenile.
And I did Nightfall with Titan on my own, and then I did Nightfall with Hunter with one other person, and then Heretic were like, "Oh, come and do Nightfall with me." I'm like, "Yeah, alright." So I did it again with 3 people, and it got progressively harder with the more people that got added into it, which was weird.
Well, it scales, doesn't it?
I know, but like, it didn't feel to say there were more people there. It should have been easier, even though it scales. Because I've never had a problem with him before.
Well, it's like that.
And then he were like, "Oh, come and do it again with me." I'm like, "Nah, I'm not doing it for. I can't be bothered."
That fucking Tetris boss, Optimus Prime cube.
Oh yeah, that's what Nightfall it was as well.
Stand and shoot this giant idiot while millions of dudes turn up constantly.
Yeah, but if you stand underneath, no, it shoots you.
Oh, I stand in that doorway and just shoot at him.
Yeah, if you go when you go into area, if you go to left, downstairs and underneath, you can look at him and only I think it's Sepix or whatever Prime or whatever, only he can hit you. All ads tend to leave you alone. And when I did Nightfall that week, it was art damage. And have you seen Patience and Time sniper rifle?
No.
It's so weird when you look
Does
at
it
scope,
look
you go
like every other
invisible.
sniper rifle?
Well, it's one of the exotic ones where you look at scope so long, you go invisible. And I was doing like 6,000 damage with it on a crit, so.
I've got patience in time. It's really good that rifle.
Fucking ray gun.
Only thing I'm missing is Last Word. That's one I wanted,
Only,
but
I want.
went over about.
His Last Word that. Oh no, I wanted Fatebringer out of Vault of Glass because it's an hand cannon that's arc, and every time you kill somebody they explode.
Oh,
it's like overpowered as fuck.
I wanted that one you get for finishing it. Not Atheon's Epilogue. I've got that. I've had that 2 or 3 times.
Vision of Confluence.
That's the one. I want Vision of Confluence.
Got that.
And I want the Last Word, which Zer's had a few times, but I can never be asked to turn me in.
I got that off Atheon. I got. Do you know the guns that he drops? Vex Mythoclast, Vision of Confluence, Predic's Timepiece, and Atheon's Epilogue.
Yeah.
Got all them. They're pretty. They're all decent.
Oh, you've done an ad then?
Yeah, I've done it on ad loads of times. I've had 3 Vex Mythoclast. I've dismantled 2.
Alright.
It's just, why do you need 3? People say, oh, I've got them on multiple characters. What's the point? You've got to rank them all up. I just need 1. That's what Vault's for. Put it in Vault, get it art, put it back at Vault.
Yeah, I've not done it enough times. I can never be asked to. I've done it with a group that were really good a couple of times.
Well, it's.
But then you get that group who want to join you, and they've got 6 people, and dude who fucking started it drops out.
Yeah, and you get that group who they get to Atheon and they don't know how to do it, even though they say they know what they're doing. Fastest I've ever done Vault of Glass on hard is about 40 minutes, I think. Between 40 and 50 minutes. Longest it's took me is like 3 hours. It's completely down to the skill level of people you're with. That's why I want everybody back to come join me and play games with me, because now I know I won't be wasting my life with morons. Fucking hate morons on Xbox One, they're everywhere.
It'd have to be a better game than that to bring us fucking
No,
back.
not just Destiny though. Every game I play online or whatever, they're just full of morons.
Well, as long as they're not on the team as well.
They never
They
are.
never are, yeah.
No, you're on Destiny. Not Destiny, Titanfall. When they were on Titanfall, they fucking were.
Downy teams.
I got really good at that game.
Smashed that.
I got really good at that game at one point.
I thought you were going to get really into that, Ed, and then you bought it.
I bought it and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get into this and be like, let me in, like, fucking kill those people, be really good at it. And then I played like 2 games and I'm like, yeah, I can't be asked waiting for matchmaking.
Aiden used to watch me play it.
I hate matchmaking.
I've watched you play it more than I've played it.
He watched it, right. The thing I used to do with Titanfall, if I don't have breakfast and I have a kind of monster and I play a multiplayer game and I'm playing well, I get right giddy. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I get proper giddy. But it makes me play better because I'm like overconfident.
The giddiness.
Yeah, I just get lost in it, and I've got really good at Titanfall. And
That's alright.
just smashing everybody, wasn't
Yeah.
What happened to that game?
I? It got really cheap.
Like,
Once I stopped playing it, I lost interest in it completely, and then I looked on sales of Christmas, so you could get game alt DLCs on Xbox One
Season
for
pass
like
like
what are
$5,
they
like a
wasn't it?
tenner.
what are they doing though? Like, it was meant to be this big thing, this life-changing new revolution, and I've not heard old. It came out, everyone was like, it's alright, and that's it.
It's not as deep as it could be. There's not enough guns and not enough all that sort of stuff like that in it to keep you going back.
As much as yeah, that's fair enough. But as much as it's an online multiplayer shoot 'em up, and that's all it ever has been, I think it's let down by the fact that it ain't got a campaign. It's got a campaign, but
It's online, it's like
yeah, but
Yeah, that campaign
multiplayer.
pretty much doesn't exist.
But if they put in a different mode, like a horde mode or something
Yeah,
like that, it might.
I think they've added something.
Oh, did
Kind
they?
of like a horde mode sort of thing where you take on a.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah.
I ain't played it
I
yet.
played
but
that. But I honestly think a game that's completely online is let down with, because you get people who like to play online, but you also get the people who like to play online then do some campaign, or do campaign then go online. You can only appeal into one audience.
I'm gonna say like that.
Unfortunately, that's the demographic, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like why I buy Call of Duty. So I buy Call of Duty, I do campaign, really enjoy it. Most of the time, I really enjoy them, and then I'll go into multiplayer afterwards. Even
I get
though,
angry.
yeah, well, I ain't screamed at telly since I played Advanced Warfare the other day. I ain't screamed at telly in years, and as soon as I rolled out, like, you fucking cheap motherfucker! Spawn kills. That's all I'm gonna say. Spawn kills.
So many people don't even understand the concept of playing campaign in Call of Duty. Like,
Well,
they don't
I
even
used
calculate to them.
I used to be like that with Halo 3, I think. Yeah, well, Halo 3, because it used to say their high skill level across multiple playlists, like this is what they've achieved. It didn't tell you what playlist, but it said, oh yeah, there are 46, whatever, that's what they've got to. But it also said campaign highest completion difficulty. And the amount of people who've not even got a finished completion, they'd be like, campaign in progress, normal. Campaign in progress, easy. It's like, and this was years after the game came out, and it's like, how can you have had this game all this time and not have finished the campaign, not even played it? I feel like you're not getting your money's worth.
Well, it's those people that are there for the competitive thing, and
Yeah.
that is literally it. And that's what Titanfall's built for.
It's
It's
like-
built for that community.
It's like the people who play FIFA and only play Ultimate Team and only play Ultimate Team online.
Yeah.
Because that's all they care for. They only care for beating other people.
Day one, straight online.
Whereas whenever I play FIFA, I can't play people online because they're all cheap. No, right. Anybody who passes it across the net, when they're 6 yards out and
Yeah.
knocks it into an open net is a dirty cheater.
It's because it's easy though, isn't it? Because you always beat keeper. It's
Yeah.
almost guaranteed.
And then you come across one guy who will
It's
get
like we
pick
threw
ball
balls
up.
and crosses.
I don't know how people do it, right? They'll pick ball up with Ronaldo or whatever and they'll just dance for your team and score. Winds me up. No,
Cheaters all around.
cheating. They're all cheating. Because I'm crap, they're cheating.
What's lag like in FIFA?
Pretty much non-existent most of the time.
Well, that's good. At
Unless you're
least.
playing a Mexican.
No,
seriously.
We're all Mexicans back.
No, seriously, when
Yeah.
it says where they're from, if you play people that tend to load in on a Mexican team, tend to have lag with them, but I think that's simply because they're so far away. You get a bit with Americans as well, but most of the time you end up playing people from Europe, and it's fine. Actually, to be honest, most of the time you play people from England. Because it's FIFA, innit? It's massive, it's football, everybody loves it. So,
Yeah.
Last time I played it, I think I was playing with you.
yeah.
Am I War Belarus or something?
Yeah, it's my lab.
Yeah.
Borussia
Smash
Dortmund.
Yeah, I think you were Borussia Dortmund. I'm playing it later on with my brother. I'm going up to his. That should
I
be
wish I
alright.
was still into FIFA. I used to be so deep in it. Like, whichever players I liked that were actually in the league, I'd try and find them in the game, and they'd be playing for some shitty team, and they'd have terrible stats. But I'd put them on my team and I'd make them work
Yeah.
because I liked the player in real life.
Do you want to talk to the internet about who we put on your team, Mummy? And who we didn't put on your team? Am I
Who don't
right?
play in my team?
Yeah.
Blacks.
Do you want to elaborate this because it sounds a little bit racist?
What are you laughing at?
You.
No.
Oh, you stuck now. You stuck now.
I'm Douglas in it at all. No, it's
Wait, aren't they fastest runners?
they are actually.
Then what the fuck, man? This is just science. It's biology.
No,
No?
no,
No?
I'm not going to elaborate.
Okay. No comment. So you hear it here first, guys. Closet racism.
Cheers, Aiden.
Couldn't help it.
Then again, I don't pick women on games usually if I can help it.
Well, if
'Cause
there's
I
any
can't have
women
a-
on FIFA, I get worried.
I can't have a power fantasy. I need the power fantasy, and if I've got a ninja, I just feel a bit off.
No,
But then you met them dudes who are horribly ugly and stuff.
Yeah, because that's funny. I generally do it for shits and giggles, but in something, if something has a character developer or a designer where you can look good or what I think looks good, and I can give him stuff that I like my Sunset Overdrive guy's eyes and his big ass beard and his cape, then I'm okay. But if like Dragon Age, when no matter what you pick, you look like a badly painted piece of shit, then what's point? Let's make him look
What am I
as
do looking on right on
twatty
Dragon
and as
Age?
effeminate as you can.
my dude on Dragon Age looks amazing.
You got Dragon Age?
No,
Dude,
Well,
you need
good
to play
for
that game.
I've got no interest in it whatsoever.
I had no interest in it, and I bought it. And it's
I've never
amazing.
played a Dragon Age.
I'd never played a Dragon Age.
Alright, I'm not playing it.
Get
Alright.
it?
If you both had an Xbox One, maybe.
I would say, yeah, but you can get it on 360, bitch.
I'm gonna get it for one.
I
but
got a
just-
360.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get it for
I'll get an
one.
emulator.
Good luck.
I almost thought I was looking for him
You're
over
2
there.
frames a second.
Yeah, but you know.
360 emulators, wow.
The PS3 one, I'm gonna get PS3 one so I could get
They're called
remasters.
gaming PCs.
Yeah, but dude, those emulators do not run
I know.
with any consistency.
I know.
Like, you want the
The,
PC version if
The
you can.
one that I'm using for PS2 has got artifacting on it.
Like, well,
It's do you know like when it pans around Vista, there'll be a random triangle that just completely missing. Do you know when you go into Killiker Cloister of Trials
yeah.
and you're going down? Oh no, it was. I think it was Killiker. It might have been. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going on a lift with somebody, a whacker, and he's there like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and all this whatever. Whacker, shut up. And I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I should be in this scene. And then it loaded. It loaded, bridge going down, and I just appeared. I'm like, oh yeah, there I am.
Triangle. I love artifacting. It can ruin it sometimes. Or the worst ones is where your shadow sprite isn't the shadow, it's some random asset. So you'll just have some crazy shape below you when you're running around, and it's really disconcerting.
Speaking of stuff like that, I've been playing San Andreas a bit. I got back into it after my stint on Far Cry and that.
What's draw distance like on that game?
It's not fantastic. It's
Is it
it's
foggy?
foggy.
Yeah, they
But-
hid everything with fog, didn't they? Back
Yeah,
then?
it's not as noticeable as like you know.
Turok.
I know Silent Hill's got 10 yards for it. Fog.
Did you see
but-
high def version of that?
No.
Because the fog were rendered in such a way it don't work anymore, so you can see everything. So there's like this really washy fog effect, and then everything can be seen.
Oh,
Not happy, the people that like Silent Hill.
But draw distance on Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox One's amazing.
I can imagine.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to
On
San Andreas.
4, they used to cover it with bloom lighting. It looked from miles away. It was a big bright light.
Yeah.
But on San Andreas, problems I've been getting, aside from the fact it is buggy, it is very, very buggy, and
Strict as well with some of those mission requirements.
yeah. But I was doing a mission yesterday, and I noticed the start in daytime I had no shadow for some reason. Well, there's no shadows on this game, I imagine. And then I was running along in the middle at night at the side of a gate on a sneaking mission, and then my shadow were on fence like 10 yards above me, like it looked like sort of Peter Pan.
Somebody was sneaking up on you.
And I'm like, this is just madness. These shadows are crazy. And then yeah, it's just incredible. That game is so incredibly buggy. Other day, I was doing a mission last night. I was just driving along in a big pickup truck, and I had to park my pickup truck at the end of mission, and then it just went insane stunt bonus, and you get like what $5 for a little shitty insane stunt. It gave me $2,000, and I did nothing. I just drove along.
Just
and
mounted a curb.
I just got to mission bit with the big red thing. It just went insane stunt, $2,000. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was in a big rig truck, so I don't know what it thought I was doing.
I'd just go, that's what, $2,000.
Yeah, I did, but
I miss good bugs with games. You know them bugs that just turned up and they were a amusement.
like Left 4 Dead, with turret jumping.
Yeah, turret jumping and stuff. That's a good
Left
bug.
4 Dead.
I can't believe they got rid of that. I love turret jumping. Some of my fondest memories on Left 4 Dead were just sat punching turrets.
All
No,
those
but
doors, doors that you could punch 200 times and they'd break.
Just take a minute to think about Left 4 Dead in general and how good that game was.
yeah. Well,
And then Left 4 Dead 2
cute
again.
bit to do as turret jumping.
Killed it.
It's amazing. Two were not brilliant
No.
compared to one.
First one's one of the best games on Generation, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But definitely one of the best co-op games.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the pinnacle of co-op gaming.
Yeah, that's why I
Why
want
did
to
they
play
change the
Evolve.
jump? I loved the jump. I loved the movement. I loved everything.
That's the reason
I loved double pistols, and they changed it to some slow firing shitty.
Oh, guns looked
Yeah.
huge as well. They were almost like you got them right in front of your
No,
face.
the thing that changed the most, like what the most game-breaking thing was, instead of being a constant punch,
Oh yeah.
and they were like,
Stamina.
I need to charge
Yeah, but if you
my
remember
punch.
Left 4 Dead 1 brought that in.
Yeah, they brought
When
it in
they
on
brought
survival.
Yeah, survival thing that fucked
Yeah,
melee. That ruined that game. Ruined the flow of that game. That
yeah.
don't make any sense why they added it.
Yeah, I kind of as well. I wish the
Extremely challenging as well, that game, when you play it on hardest difficulty.
yeah. But what about when we did it? Well, that sort of. I don't know. That's some of the most fun I've had doing it on hardest difficulty because it took a lot of skill, it took a lot of planning, all that sort of thing.
And then that was 10%. And
They
then
get punched from a
90% was
helicopter.
luck and bullshit.
Yeah.
And they get pushed through a helicopter back town.
Yeah. Let's all sit on top of this fence. They can't climb it, can they? No, but he can.
Jesus room and all that.
Tank inbound.
I loved all that sort of stuff, though, and then they patched everything, and it weren't fun. I know, I get it. You want to patch something that's broken on your game, but when something that's broken's fun, leave it. That's
Yeah.
what Bungie doesn't seem to get.
Yeah. Like that dragon glitch in Dark Souls with bow. What was bad about having a bow in your left hand and one-shotting everything with a backstab? Sounds like the best thing ever to me.
It's like on Battlefield Bad Company 2, it's probably a bad example, but when achievements were brought, you didn't have to. You're supposed to collect all them collectible box things,
Yeah.
and you got something like 75%, and then it popped achievement, and they just went, "Well, it's a good glitch. It's not harming anybody, so we'll leave it."
Do you know?
Hey, there's one on Battlefield 4 that I still haven't got. A dog tag on a knife on like mission 5. Not there. It's the only one I need.
I really enjoyed that game. I hope in Outline's good when it comes out.
It's going out soon, that.
Cops and robbers in it, but
It's like
online.
March, something like that.
You've seen that? I think it looks great.
I think it looks good, but then again, Battlefield so far has just been
I enjoyed 4
Visceral,
when I played it on my
okay.
own. So
visceral Dead Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made Devil's Cartel. Did they? Or Emulation?
No.
Who made Devil's? Who made?
Devil's Cartel, what? Wireless team.
Were it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought it was a Dead Space team.
Oh, 1 second. I'm thinking of a different game. Sorry, dude. I thought you meant Call of Juarez, the most
The
recent
Cartel.
horrible one.
No, Army 2.
Let me check that. I don't know who made that game, but it was average at best.
We did an all-nighter in here for it. It stunk in the morning.
Nice fucking does.
I
So much love making. I spelled that wrong.
We fucking read it sexy time and
It's been Army.
Dude, you're right. Visceral Games in EA Montreal. I wonder how much they actually did. How they didn't do much.
Can't believe you
Oh,
played
it's
it.
Visceral Montreal.
Oh,
So
right,
it's a
so it's not-
different
right.
Visceral team. It's the Canadian team. Oh, thank God it's Canadians.
Thing is, it
With
weren't.
the flappy heads.
It were an alright game on its own, but when it's co-op, we've done them all co-op.
How do you take out the only thing making your game remotely bearable, which is your two kind of terrible yet awesome characters
Yeah.
that go Salem, 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 and instead generic man 1 and generic man B.
Oh, it's Salem and Rios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get replaced by Alpha and Bravo. That's what they're called.
I still can't believe the first one.
But the shooting felt okay on that game. It just got repetitive as fuck because there were no novelty hovercraft missions.
No, where you got
Were
the
there
super
any,
overpowered explosive
or
rifle.
walking up that aircraft carrier with boxes.
I still can't believe the first one you had EU version and then American version, so you couldn't play with people.
Yeah, that was
like,
stupid. That.
That were dumb.
But they had people running at you in an explosive vest, which were always fun.
That
were
was
good.
amazing.
Do you know what it always makes me think? It always makes me think of Serious Sam. You know them
Oh,
guys
yeah.
who run with
That's
bombs
great,
in their hands
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, the Nah.
But how much fun was that? Like the first one had all the issues that the most recent ones did, but they were really fun games. And then the second one came out as polished as anything, beautiful looking, but boring. Because they were
Yeah.
just constant shooting. There were none of the just the two of us moments.
Yeah, they tried to
or-
put a lot more like Apocalypse Now sort of stuff into it, didn't they?
Yeah, it got a little bit too
That 40th day.
platoony for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Cartel one was just. It were a good game. I enjoyed it, but I'd never play it again.
No.
It was just that one night.
Well, we got
playing
those M1s with explosive rounds, so
Yeah.
they were just splash damage and everything. That got hilarious.
Yeah. But you could put it would just that was when the game got easy. You got explosive bullets. If somebody were in cover, you shoot round outside of them.
It literally broke the game.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
And all that sexy time where you went into super slow mo, you were invincible, both of you. And on last boss on hardest difficulty, we killed him in about what, 10 seconds.
We activated it and just money shotted him with insane rifles.
Sexy mode. I ran up to it point blank range with fully automatic shotgun. Yeah, did you have a sniper as a sidearm or something?
Something like, because he were in that truck at first, weren't he? He's in
Yeah.
that big car. And he tries to run you over.
Yeah, and he smashed into this big pillar. I walked up to the side of it in super sexy action mode and just slow mo it. Strike a
Super
shotgun.
sexy
That
action.
only works in Resi 6.
What?
Super sexy action mode when I'm rolling
Oh,
around
yeah,
that
super
floor.
sexy action time. Yeah,
It still works.
it was
though.
sexy juice.
It might have been sexy juice.
It was sexy juice. We filled it up. And I'm sure it was sexy time.
It might have been. We probably said something along those lines, but super sexy action time is me
Kung fu
crawling forward on
zombies.
my ass holding a gun on RE6. Like, that was retarded. And you gain stamina faster by laying down in that game.
Yeah,
That's the
he's
last
been
time
twatted with an
we
axe.
should ever mention it. It had a good counter system, Resident Evil 6, that you never really knew about.
Never knew.
Did
and
you
never
really
used.
want?
Basically, you know, if an enemy had a weapon stuck in it and it came up to you, as it went to attack, there's a window where you can press A or something, and you'll do an immediate counter attack, instant kill.
Shit, I
Every
know
single
that.
time, and it's awesome because it's responsive. But you know, if they don't have a weapon, you can't do ult. Except them shitty shin kicks, lay on ground.
Oh, God, you're out of stamina.
Or at 6 where you put that video up where you were like riding a panda or
Yeah,
something.
Aiden on top of that panda, staring in its eyes.
That was creepy. That.
It was creepy.
Because it's like that, innit? Looking
Yeah.
at you,
Why
you know,
does it
sat on
face
its
that
belly.
way?
Just look into my eyes, panda.
You're gonna rape me, I'm gonna look at you.
Why did you look at me during?
Yes. Why do you always make love for me from behind? It's rough, that game. People love that game.
I know.
People are clinically lobotomized.
I'm gonna say a girl I know on Facebook put new purchase picture at Resident Evil 6. It's a good few months ago. It's still like about £3 from Computer Exchange. And then some guy who obviously wanted a piece like, oh, good choice. That game's fantastic. If you need any help, let me know. And I just put underneath, that game is shit. You've wasted your money. And this guy full on started arguing me like, oh, why do you think it's shit? And I'm like, it's got a bad story. It's a bad game. It's nothing on the older Resident Evils. And I'm like, well, if you actually played through the campaign with all the people, you'd know the story's fantastic.
Yeah, that random blood art guy that makes all the
Yeah.
sense.
And blood that guy's secretary who
What you don't realise is I'm my boss. It's the worst game.
But yeah, I felt like fucking just messaging saying, look at my fucking tag, mate. I've done them all on hardest difficulty. it's a shit game.
Oh no, but that don't mean all that.
That's the
that
problem,
don't mean you
though.
enjoy it. That don't mean you're playing for story or all. It means you're sad and you do them all at hardest difficulty because it's all
but
about.
it means that it shows I've done it and I've
Yeah.
put my effort and time
It
into
don't
it.
though, dude, because that guy's too ignorant of games to know what that means. He's the guy who plays once every 2 weeks when he gets a bit of spare time and thinks he's really good
He's
because
the guy
he killed
who-
the zombies.
He's the guy who does it on easy and unlocks everything. He's like, oh, I'm really good. I got this gun. What difficulty you play on? I played on easy.
But to
Oh,
him,
yeah.
he's got no frame of reference of what that means. So when you say, look at your tag, he's probably like, what's the
I
tag?
didn't say that, but
No, but it's that kind of thing. We don't realise the niche that we are.
what? Not retarded. That game story is atrocious by every level.
Well, yeah, I agree. You're preaching to the converted, but there's one statistic I always bring up because it highlights the community and the demographic of gamers. It were either 6 or 8% of all people who bought Mass Effect 3 who beat it on the hardest difficulty.
I'm one of them.
And that game,
I'm in there. That's alright.
how many did
I
that
just put me in
sell?
there.
Couple million units? 10 million? 100 million? I don't really know the figures, but 8%.
I was-
6%, which is even worse. That goes to show the amount of people that even attempted it. Like,
Well, look, put it in perspective. Like, I mean, look at it this way. I was looking on True Achievements the other day, and I'm in top 3,000 on that site, I think.
Yeah.
And most of the, like, not so much now, but like going back, I'd rent a game, I'd play it on hardest difficulty, and I'd send it back.
excuse me.
And just doing that has got me really high on them leaderboards,
Mhm.
just because I challenged myself to do it.
Yeah.
So it just makes you think, what is everybody else doing, playing it on easy and being lower than me? It's like not everybody must be challenging
And-
this end. Because I don't play games that much anymore.
And it's that.
I don't play as many new games that much anymore, so how am I still so high on the list?
I think it might be that thing of there's a lot of most gamers. I might be wrong. Most gamers, teenagers, aren't there? When I was
Yeah.
a teenager playing games, I rarely went for the hardest difficulty unless it were a game I really enjoyed, or there was something to get
I
from
enjoyed
it, like a
challenging
gun
it,
or
though.
something like that. So I didn't really play hardest difficulties until I got into my late teens, and that's when I started.
There's a
liking-
really important distinction here, though, dude. To be logged against that leaderboard, you have to join that side. People joining that side aren't people that are just playing. They're people that are actually going for score.
Yeah.
So you're getting ranked against people who aren't your average, I just like to get 10G on every game and play me Call of Duties. The people that saw that thing pop up
Actively
and
seek
want to
them.
get more pop-up. You know, they want that number going up. So as much as achievements mean as much as you want them to mean, because they're meaningless to some people.
But it makes you wonder how people can care so much about them and still not be doing the games on the harder difficulties.
Yeah, definitely. It does seem strange, but once again, that's what I wanted to try and point out just then. We aren't the average gamers. All three of the people in this room beat games on the hardest difficulty. That
For
is
fun.
less than 10% of the people who will ever play those games, because people don't do that.
But that's the thing, we do it for... It's not because, oh, look at me, I've done it.
Oh, no,
on hard difficulty.
exactly.
You do it because you enjoy doing it.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, dude. All
No,
I'm saying is
I'm
there is an insanely high number of people who don't even beat the games.
Yeah.
Yet there's this niche that we're a part of, and we're not alone. There's hundreds of thousands of people that are the same, but it's such a small number in comparison who do.
It's like, think about the amount of people who you say you meet them for the first time, or you're talking to them about a game, and you might have known them years even. Like, oh, have you played this? Yeah, it's really good. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed this, blah blah blah. And they'll quote every part of the game to you, and you'll say, oh, what difficulty you completed on? Oh, I still finished it.
Yeah,
But yet they seem to know everything about it.
yeah, because they're really passionate about it. They just
Yeah.
aren't putting in the time, or didn't want to, or couldn't, or weren't good enough to.
They'd rather watch somebody else finish it than do it themselves.
The ones that really confuse me are the people who are passionate about a game series or something and really into it. I mean, even if there weren't achievements for doing Halo, you still don't know hardest difficulty, I'm guessing.
Heretic's great for this,
Yeah.
where he comes off as really, really knowing a ton about something and
Yeah.
being really passionate, and then you look and he hadn't even beat the game.
Yeah.
Like Mass Effect 3,
Artorias.
when he'd not even beaten campaign, and he had
Yeah.
like 1,000,000 N7 levels. You're like, what are you doing, Heretic? Come on,
Yeah.
dude.
And then he would tell me how to beat Artorias and stuff, and saying how good he were at Dark Souls. And I beat Artorias at this point, and he'd not.
Yeah. Well, it took him a while to beat game.
Yeah, I think
because we were doing everything else.
we started taking piss out on him like extensively to it, and then he had to go do it. So
Yeah.
it got to a point where we were just taking piss at him for it. Oh, he's gonna.
He got back for it though, didn't he? He did do it. It's just, I think it can be easy if you're passionate about something to be like that. But I'm old-fashioned. Like I say, I start campaign and I beat it before I do all else. I don't even touch multiplayer. I don't touch co-op.
Yeah,
Don't get me friends in
FaceTime.
immediately. I'm on my own. I'm the nerd. Just play it.
If it's a co-op campaign, I'd rather do it with friends and do it on my own for like straight off at bat. But
Oh yeah, that's a
I
given.
mean, it can be fun, but I would play a co-op game on my own.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've done that, so...
Because my experience with games is the same since like the Mega Drive days, since the NES days, where you sat down and you played it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I find fun.
So back in my youth,
I know, all those
all
many
those years ago.
Back in 1942.
That was a long time ago. Me and my mates used to go around to my house and play Donkey Kong Country and taking it in turns, like life for life, just going through the entire game, taking it in turns, like going through level by level. And that's not seen anymore.
I can't do that. I literally I can't watch people play games because it aggravates me most of the time. You know, if it's a game that I know or a game
I
that
like
I've done,
doing it.
I find it hard to watch people. Like, it's not so bad we are because you're good gamers. But if you watch somebody who's not very good at a game play a game that you're decent at or you've completed,
Yeah.
it frustrates me. I cannot do it.
That backseat gaming too strong.
It's like
Must show him how to play.
it's like if you're playing a game online and somebody stood over your shoulder saying there's a guy there, do this, do that, go over there, there's this, there's that.
No worse, is there?
It's not worse.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't have somebody behind me telling me what to do, and I can't be sat
being
behind
the guy
somebody
behind
because
somebody,
I want
yeah.
to tell them what to do, but knowing how annoyed I get stops me from doing it.
It's worse when you've got somebody worse than you telling you how to do it. For example, when we were playing Resi 5 at your house,
Yeah,
David
yeah.
turned up at middle of night,
Yeah,
telling us how to do
yeah.
Resi 5. Like, we've completed this game a few times,
Yeah.
mate. Stop telling
Oh,
us.
you want to shoot him? Do
You
I?
think? Like when we were playing Resi 4 back in day, and Simon were like, "Oh, you've already just wasted 3 shots there. Fucking hell, you're not very good at this."
Says the guy who couldn't do Krauser on Professional.
Yeah.
Says the guy who, on that Paddy's Day, when we all came home to your house, pissed, played on your RE4 Professional file and wasted all your ammo against El Gigante.
Yeah. And you were proper. Used to think you were awesome at it. and
How
better than me.
elitist do we sound saying that? But it's, you wasted his bullets, dude. It's important. He needs them to
But yeah.
shoot things.
He was saying how good he were at Resi 4 and he went at me and all this stuff, and then he came to my house one time begging me to beat Krauser for him because he couldn't do it. So I had to beat
Yeah, but
Xbox for him.
this is the same calibre of human being who still hasn't paid Lummy back for his Halo 3 copy, who came
I'll get him
to
a wireless headset as well.
my house
Well, 40 quid then.
to gloat to us that he beat Halo 3 on Legendary when he beat last level. That's all he'd done. Last level, Legendary, and none at rest.
Yeah, and he told me that he beat God of War 2 on hard, on normal or easy, and then
We found out that was a lie.
then he said he'd done Resi 5 on Professional, but it ain't hard.
Yeah,
But
Infinite
Infinite
Rocket Launcher.
Rocket Launcher, Infinite Magnum.
Do you know what's shown about doing things on hard? I can't believe there ain't an achievement for doing Halo 1, 2, 3, 4 on Legendary on your own.
There should be, because then it'd separate the good players from the bad ones.
There's one for doing 4 still, but I still can't believe there ain't one. Because they're all like 10, 5s, 30s and stuff. Can't believe there ain't like a 50G achievement for doing them all on Legendary on your own.
PlayStation's terrible for that. Trophies.
Yeah.
Most of the games you play on there, they have achievements for the second hardest difficulty.
Do you know, the thing is, like when I've been watching Final Fantasy playthrough, the trophies look so hollow. And I've said this before, I don't know how anybody can be a trophy whore.
You see, I'm weird there, dude, but objectively, what is different?
It's just the way they look.
Yeah.
I don't like the ranking system, that bronze, silver and
Yeah.
gold. I mean, numbers don't mean much to me. Something's with 10 or something's 50, I don't really care.
I like it
getting the
more of
achievement.
you've got 30 or 50 rather than you've got 600 GR as 1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, so I don't really see it as numbers when I see them. I'm glad I've got that achievement. I don't really care what it's worth.
Right.
But the bronze, silver, and gold thing puts me off because I don't like it basically saying you've done that. It's worth fuck all. It's crap. Here's the bronze, shitty runner-up. You're crap.
Don't get me wrong, I'm completely weird, guys. I'm the exact same. I don't like the noise it makes. I don't like the image. I don't like anything about it, but it's the exact same thing as what the achievements are. And I know from YouTube, whenever I knock trophies, and I knock them a lot, the amount of people who think achievements are pointless and shit and don't make sense, but trophies are the best thing ever.
I think it's simply down to the fact that we had achievements first.
It's whatever you
trophies.
first did.
Sick burn.
Sick burn, motherfucker, we get achievements before.
It's whatever you first had.
No, but it's, first exposure were achievements. It's like their first exposure were trophies. We does it as well now, don't they?
I'm not too
Oh,
sure. They
I
might have
think
like badges or something.
I think they were bringing it in. So like, if you've only ever had Wii's and you have badges or whatever they are, and then I love a badge, but I hate an achievement and a trophy. I guess
it's that endorphin trip. It's that carrot on the stick that
Yeah.
gets you going, that gets you excited. And I didn't even know about achievements until I bought a 360, and now I put Gears in. I started playing, and something popped up, and that were it. It was like crack. That moment of, why did nobody tell me there was some kind of affirmation for doing things in the video games?
We've been through this before, though, haven't we?
Yeah,
Like,
that moment, that
first time it happened to me,
transformative
and
moment, it's so powerful. But I didn't get it with trophies. And I don't know why. And all the games I wish I could get achievements for, like your Kingdom Hearts, your Final Fantasies and stuff, are all on that system.
Kingdom
But
Hearts
it
3
means
is still coming
nothing.
to 1.
It's coming to all platforms, yeah. Which is why it's completely baffling why that high definition collection didn't go multi-platform. Because
They'd make so much money. If
it could introduce a new audience to this franchise before the most recent one comes
they'd
out.
make so much money.
I love them games.
You could say with a lot of stuff. I mean, Splinter Cell. Why is that on the PlayStation?
Yeah, but it did do that. That had a 360 version, but it was so unstable they scrapped it.
Oh, that's bad. That I really wanted to. I wanted to play Chaos Theory again.
That fucking PlayStation one is horrible. The frame rate is utter arse. It loads quite long. It crashes all the time, and it crashes while you're auto saving and ruins your save files.
Well,
That's just
Still
what
like
and
to
this
play
is a
'em.
game that when you're playing it at its highest level, you have to save. Unless you're some crazy speedrunner that knows everything, because it's very trial and error. And you're saving a lot, so you don't have to keep repeating shit, and you're reloading a lot, and at any moment, if it goes, if you haven't manually saved, you're done. You could be on last level. Gone. Everything.
still, I'd like to play them again.
Oh, that frame rate, and oh, it's so funny. Jim's still got my. I mean, you probably sold it, motherfucker. My Splinter Cell one for GameCube is at his house.
So, like, I've got a lot of fond memories of Chaos Theory. It's one of my favourite games ever, Chaos Theory. I do love it.
Chaos Theory is amazing. The first two have aged surprisingly well, though. The stealth in those games is better than stealth nowadays, I think. Just for the way they've laid it out. I think it's really intelligent.
Yeah,
But
stealth's not really a thing anymore, it seems.
Well, the thing with stealth is it hasn't changed. Stealth has been the same for like 10 years. All we've done is refined aspects of it. It hasn't changed at all. Like all the old ones, you'll notice brushing analog to move slower. I hate that. I absolutely hate it. But all old games do it, and I don't know why.
I prefer if you're in crouch or sneak mode, that's it. It can slow you down as much as you want, but I want,
Yeah, let me hold the analog the full way.
Yeah.
Like Last of Us. When you play that on Grounded, or even if you play it on Survivor, when you're near infected, if you don't lightly brush that analog, you're dead. You are dead. They find you. There's nothing you can do. Well, technically, you can aim. To get away from it, if you aim your gun, you move as fast as you want and you make no sound. But you limit your view and you look like a tosser. But it works. But that's not fun. And then you play Blacklist. As long as you're crouched, you make no fucking noise. Move as fast as you want. You speedrun them levels, it feels amazing. But there's so much special about them older games, where there's only one dude to get past, but it feels like you weren't it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really enjoying covering them, and they're actually requested a lot, which is great. People are dying for it.
I like old stealth games, but then when you've just mentioned like Blacklist, I do like that really fast sneakiness as well, where you can be taking people down really quick and you know, stuff like that. I really like that as well. So I think there's two sides to it, to stealth stuff, but I like it both.
Well, it's like Metal Gear, isn't it? Metal Gear's gone from being that janky, silly, jokey kind of stealth to actually being quite serious stealth now.
Yeah.
Where you're laying down a lot more, and it's more about if they can see you, and you're getting the heads-up display information that you never got in Metal Gears. And they're getting rid of radar, even though I thought radar was best hook that game had. With the cones and everything. Ooh, whose footprints are these? I'll follow them. I'm dead.
So I've been watching some of these speedrun Twin Snakes recently.
Good one.
Yeah, you can exploit that game so easily.
They go into vent, don't they, where you go to where Meryl is, and you come out in torture chamber.
I didn't see that bit. They were just running through proper game.
World record on that. It might only be on PS1 version, sorry. But you know where you go into where Meryl is, and if you go in the vent a million times, you can get her in her underpants.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of the game. Well, if you go up in a certain way and you do something, I'm not entirely sure what. When you come out, you're in the torture chamber. You've skipped Mantis, Sniper Wolf, all of that. It's completely gone. Directly to torture. Then it's Sniper Wolf 2.
Most of the game.
Then
I
it's,
know, this means
then it's
nothing to me.
Metal Gear. You know, then it's doing cards.
Never
Yeah.
played one, so
That is insane. That
why? I've seen people play them.
it's
They've never been my thing.
it's like that rite of initiation.
Never.
You
been
say
my
it's not
thing.
your thing though, dude, but you don't know it's not your thing.
I've tried playing them.
You
Well,
said you've never played
no,
I'm
no, great.
confused.
By saying I've never played one, I mean I've never actually sat down and played one start to finish.
Yeah.
I've played a level, or
Okay.
a bit of a level.
Did
and
you
I
do
just-
the demo at first and you couldn't break the necks? Because we all did that.
No, I
Thought it was
played.
a shit
I didn't
game.
really play the first one. I had demo. I played the second one at my mate's house. I did half a level. Like, nah, it's not for me. This, but I liked watching him play.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like I say, I couldn't do a full game. It's like Final Fantasy VII. I've seen it be played, but I've never played it. I've played it for a couple of hours, but I couldn't get into it. But I could watch somebody play it.
I would
That
say
makes sense.
if you can, try. Just to experience
Which
it. Even,
one?
even if you hate it. Doesn't really
All of
matter. Any of them.
What about Final Fantasy or Metal
Any
Gear?
of them. Any game, dude.
Not 2.
There are games
Or Metal Gear or Final Fantasy?
Metal Gear.
that need to be played. Like, you can shut up, you Aiden, because 2's fucking best. If it weren't for 2, you wouldn't have none of that stuff you love in 3.
What?
Like naked
Riding
cannons.
getting bummed.
It was such a romantic scene. What about the progressive jazz on the end of Aiden? Times are changing. People are walking on the street. We don't know who Rose is. Is Rose imaginary? Where's that baby gone? I don't know. Fucking stupid. But no, there's games that transcend what they are. There are games that must be played. And I think just any Metal Gear, doesn't matter which one, because everybody has their own favourite. You just need to experience what it is.
I think the definitive one was probably 3.
Is that the one where you can
I think 3
let
is the
somebody
best,
die or old age?
but I think the definitive one is the first one. Because it started it. What's it?
And I watched somebody play it more than I played it myself because I just weren't very good at it. And then
Yeah,
2,
but how old were you then?
Oh, young.
I don't know, about 11 maybe.
There you
Something
go.
like that.
And games didn't hold your hand then. Can you imagine being a gamer now? You'll never die. Back then, you couldn't even get past the first guy.
But yeah, most enjoyment I've ever got out of Animals 3 because I didn't play too much until well after it came out for PS2 and they brought it out for Xbox. And I played that one, was very confused, didn't really hold it to much esteem. I would just, if I got caught, I shot
You
people.
played it out of sequence, that's the problem.
And then I played 3, and that's when just 3, just everything about it was just awesome. The story was awesome, the characters are awesome, everything about it just played well. For time, it was innovative
Yeah, 3's great.
as hell.
They're all great. I don't think there's a bad one.
Yeah, I enjoyed 4 a lot as well, even though it gets so much flack 4. But when I first played it, all them cutscenes didn't bother me. I felt like it was just like watching a film for me.
Yeah, but dude, do you know when Snake had gone from being the guy that knew everything to being the guy that goes, I'm going to repeat what you just said, so you
Oh,
can
yeah.
further extrapolate. He's literally a fucking parrot in that entire game.
Yeah, that took it to
PMCs? Well, you see, Snake, what it really was, I'm Mr. Uninteresting and I'm going to talk at length. Like, fuck off. Snake's the reason those games are great. And they made him old and uninteresting.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. The good thing, though, is they wrapped in everything else and kind of gave you some kind of closure. And the gameplay were the best it's ever been. For, you know, accessibility. Because it's just a really well-made game. But I don't care about Drebin. I don't care that girl laid in her mum and dad's body shit for 7 hours and cried all the tears out of her body and then became a nasty monster boss. I just want to hear
Nasty
Snake.
monster boss.
It's so dumb, dude. Every single one of them. She shit herself and her mother died of infection from her shit.
And she could not stop laughing,
Yeah.
so she's called Laughing Mantis.
Laughing tickler. It's just dumb. Every single one of them. And then they ripped off Sniper Wolf Fight and ruined it with frogs. Like, I have immense issues with that game, but I think it's still amazing.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. The snake thing was probably the weakest thing about it. Because in first game he did it as well. They'd mention something and then he'd be like, oh, we need to give some meaning.
He did it in every game.
But not to
because
that
it was a
extent.
narrative device.
Yeah.
But for every single opportunity where he did that, he knew an answer and he explained.
Yeah.
And it made him cool.
And that new one, I hated it. I got rescued by somebody called Big Mama. Big Mama?
Yeah.
Oh, Big Mama and fucking...
Martin Lawrence! No, not that Big Mama. Like, what the fuck, like, guys? There's no need for it, and I'm hoping that Keitha does a good job, but to me, if you're not David Hater, you're not Snake. It's like Ironside. That new Sam Fisher can suck a big fat dick, because I don't want to listen to him talk.
Yeah.
I want to get every film Michael Ironside's ever done, trim out all the audio, like get all the noise reduction on it, and map words to dub, blacklist because I hate him, and he might be a great actor and a nice person, but he could fuck off.
Saying that, I do think Keith is really good from Ground Zeroes, and I think he's going to do a decent job at it and not be as hammy as David Hayter. But
I like that.
there was some. I read it the other day. David Hayter's been roped into Phantom Pain somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be some kind of cameo, won't he?
Well, I don't know, I just know he's been roped into it. They've asked him about it, and he's got a gag order on him, so he can't say what he's been doing. But apparently, he's going to be in it at some point. Maybe Snake makes an appearance.
I hope Shashka turns up. That'll be fun. It's funny though, voice actors can give away a lot of things. Apparently, you know, the guy who voices Goofy, he let slip that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out this year because he's done all the voice work on it, and it's set to come out this year, and everyone's like, well, we're not sure about that. Well, Goofy said it.
It's always on Twitter.
It is as
Just
well.
coming out of a recording sesh for Kingdom Hearts 3 due fall 2014.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Well, I hope it weren't due then, because it's a bit late.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know if it's out or not. I haven't followed Kingdom
Oh, it's
Hearts.
2015, dude.
I don't know which one's.
Kingdom Hearts 3! I've only been waiting for it for 200 years.
I don't know, there's that many Kingdom Hearts, I can't keep what's what.
Yeah, but it's not numbered, is it?
2.5s, it's
Yeah, but there's a difference between
bloody
recoded
awful.
Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. We're talking Kingdom Hearts 3 here in numbered one, as opposed to Chain of Memories.
And the 3DS ones and all that sort of stuff, and I'm just no idea. There's
That's-
that many, I'm just all over the place with them.
That's
Is Zora still in them all?
no, they're a race in Zelda. Sora is.
Zora, whatever.
Again, something that I've never played.
Yeah, I think you'd like Kingdom Hearts, the colourful.
I do like colours.
Lots of explosions too.
You go to the Hercules land, and you fight the three-headed dog thing that's guarding hell.
Whatever.
Is this this is you pitching the game to me? Oh, well,
Yeah.
go to Hercules Land. I'm in.
Hercules Land. That was
I'd be
it.
aware.
You do karaoke in Atlantica. There you go. If that don't hook you, I don't know what will.
No,
It's the Disney film, not the
remember,
Legendary Journeys.
I can remember when it first came out, like Kingdom Hearts 1, I thought, oh, I wouldn't mind playing that. I just never played it.
It's a
So,
good game.
probably going to play 3, but
It's one of them, I've seen it pop up on so many different systems and that, I just don't know which is which now, so...
Well, there's a lot of like remakes and all kinds of weird shit with that. It's a confusing license, but there's no excuse for it to not be on multi-platform because it was the perfect opportunity. But Namco Bandai have proven when they said, you know, we have no plans for next gen, and there they go releasing Dark Souls 2 on next gen. That you
well,
can-
they're just reskinning it or something.
It's going to be prettier. It's going to have enhanced features, like there's going to be more matchmaking slots, so you can have more phantoms in your world. They're adding a bunch of different things along those lines.
Oh, I read out patch list for this. It sounds pretty good in terms of online stuff, definitely, you know, in terms of summons and stuff like that. And
I mean, it potentially could be good, but you know, when you think next gen remake, I'd like one. Thanks. Like Dark Souls 2, yeah, it was a great game. It's okay. It came out last year. Dark Souls 1, by contrast, much better game, much uglier game, would look much prettier, I think, and perform better.
I've said this from the start though, I always thought Dark Souls was going to be one of them games that looked so fantastic and pushed the PS3 and all that sort of stuff, and then it came out and it just didn't look fantastic. And I really expected graphics to be fantastic, and I think it'd be a lot better for it. So I definitely think Dark Souls 1 should be remastered, definitely.
Well, it made me laugh. There's a guy. Alright, Flo. There's a guy called DSP who I mention quite a lot because I find him incredibly funny. I'll have to show you some videos afterwards to give you some context. He's doing his game of the year right now, and his worst game and everything. And he said one of the cons towards Dark Souls 2 being his game of the year is that it uses the exact same graphics engine. I don't know if you've seen Dark Souls 2 and played Dark Souls 1 recently, but the engine is vastly different. And you can tell it's different because the movement works on a completely different scale, because it's been redesigned. And it's an iteration on the engine. The game looks way different, it's way more desaturated, the colours are nowhere near the same. You can see, if you put it side by side, you don't have to know anything about those games to see it's vastly different. And I just find it baffling that somebody can think it's the same engine when it isn't. Even if you saw the high-res one, you'd notice immediately. Like, I just don't understand that at all. Because you played Demon Souls, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did you think that looked good?
It looked.
Yeah.
It looked horrible.
You think it looked horrible? I think Demon Souls has got a style to it
Yeah, I guess
that I
there's a
think looks
charm
really
from it.
nice. And there's a fluidity to it. But Yeah. It should be Dark Souls 1 being remade. I don't care what anyone says.
Well, they're so big on making all these little packages and stuff. Why can't they make them both? I mean, we are quick to chucking out Halos and stuff. It can't take that long to redo it all. So why can't they put 1 and 2
what
together?
do they do though? That's the thing. What is the process? Because when you look at Final Fantasy X, they've done fuck all. They've gone in on some textures and remapped them.
Well,
that's
all it is.
literally it. They've remastered music and ruined it, which thanks a lot for that. You can't skip cutscenes.
Could you skip them on original?
Nope. And you still can't.
No, you mean right, yeah.
There is no cutscene skip. The game loads insanely all the time. Black screen loading, black screen loading. Like, they've done nothing to that game except for make it a little prettier and ruin its soundtrack. How hard is that to do? Could I do that? Like, because you know when you think remakes, you think what they did to that Resident Evil for GameCube. Oh, that's what I think.
Which make it look fantastic and.
Well, they redid everything. They even changed puzzles. They changed all sorts of it. It played better. It felt better. It flowed better. Fantastic game. Now what do we get? Did you play that Hitman collection?
No. And you know much of it, man.
It's just a reskinning, isn't it? That's
It's
all
not even a fucking reskin, man. It's just horrible. Like, what do they do?
It's like Grim Fandango. I always think this sort of remaking HD and stuff up must take ages. I always think it's pretty much from ground up. But Grim Fandango got, and don't get me wrong, it's not technically fantastic.
Stylized into it.
Yeah, but that got HD'd up and remade and everything in space for a few months after Kickstarter got funded. They were missing most of the assets because you know when LucasArts broke up and whatever, people who designed it after the game finished went off and took data with them and they didn't have raw data for it or anything like that. There were models and stuff. There were emblems on people's arts. They didn't even know what it were anymore. They forgot completely what it was and they couldn't make it out from art they had. So they had to pretty much. They were phoning the friends and people who they'd not seen in years to try and get all assets and stuff back, and they managed to make that in a few months. And that's when they had nothing. They had to phone around the country trying to find people.
Passionate people trying to bring the game they love to a new generation of an audience.
Yeah, and it knocked out in a few months.
Yeah, but this remaking business is getting a bit old, isn't it?
It's been old for a while. I think
there's some stuff that really benefits from it. Some stuff is half-assed and not needed.
Some stuff does, but I feel like a lot of it's just to bridge a gap.
You can't remake a game that hasn't been out for longer than 10 years. What is the fucking point?
Oh no, I'll agree with that, but I feel like people are using it just as an excuse to bridge the gap between like, oh well, we've got no coming out this year, or we've not got no coming out for the next 6 months, so we've remastered this.
It's the death of creativity. It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
They can't think of anything new, so they take something old and they ruin it.
I can't help but think, and this is no slight on anything to do with Halo and stuff, but it feels a lot like that with Halo for me, because but
at least they've been out 10 years.
They're playing on people's nostalgia. Definitely. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. My thing with Halo is they did 343 Championship Edition, didn't they? And then they did 4, and then Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many remakes they've been doing stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's value for money and all that stuff, and if you like Halo, it's probably fantastic for you and stuff.
Master Chief Collection is value for money for definite.
Yeah,
what you've got to bear in mind though is
it's just my view of it is they're remaking it so much and everything's getting remade, and I can't. Why aren't they taking story and running with it and just making this massive thing?
I feel the reason they're doing it.
Halo 1 remaster. That's why. That thing sold really well.
Yeah.
And then Bungie realised, hang on a second here. We can do second
one. This is thing.
Or we can do this for next gen, and it looks like we're releasing a new game when we're just releasing a bunch of old ones.
It's a way of cashing in, yeah, I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, Chris, they've been out 10 years, so
there's nothing wrong with that.
It's been a long time. But not only that, 1, 2, 3 are Bungie games. And so is Reach, but I don't think they'll touch Reach.
I hope they.
But 1, 2, 3 are all Bungie games. 343 have remade 1 and 2, and now put 3 into a collection. So they're basically saying they're our games, not Bungie's anymore. Yeah, they'll say, yeah, Bungie did all legwork and that, and they made games, and all they've done is smart them up. But people, when they think Halo now, they won't think Bungie, they'll think 343 because 343 is re-released.
And that's one of the reasons why they've done it. It's like a rebranding.
Yeah, pretty much. Because now, if you think Bungie, first thing you think is Destiny. Well, fuck on. No. But first thing you think is Destiny because Bungie's latest game is Destiny. Well, if you think 343, you'll go Master Chief Collection 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess so. If you want newer generations, but I'm always going to think Halo, Bungie. Obviously,
it's relative, isn't it?
I'm
But
just saying-
what he's trying to say is,
yeah, I know what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying my personal opinion is I want remake it. I just see 343 as a studio just remake somebody else's stuff now.
Yeah.
That's all I see. I want them to just take Halo and just run with it. So this is our baby. We're going to do some awesome things with it. Get Guardians out. Get some.
This is the thing I enjoy it
spin-offs
for.
out.
I thought they did a really good job with 4.
it's a fun game.
I mean,
I know they hadn't had
I
it that
know what
long,
my opinion
to be
is
fair,
on
but-
5 because I played beta and didn't really get on with it that well.
Obviously, I know they hadn't had it that long to be cranking out Halo games every year and stuff, and no, they shouldn't be doing that. But
No company
want-
should release a game every year, like a sequel or whatever. It's like Assassin's Creed every year and Call of Duty every year. You get fed up in it and you just get samey.
Well, it's like this remake frenzy. Have you heard about him talking about remaking Gears for
no,
next gen? Like,
I don't know how it makes me
just
feel.
just put this aside. Nobody loves Gears 1 more than I do.
Yeah, go on.
I am covetous of my Gears 1. I adored that game for a very long time. It's the reason I bought a 360. But just listen to me for a second. What if we made what Gears 1 was to the 360? The killer IP that's completely new, that does something we've never seen before, that makes you go, wow.
So in
So,
other words,
Gears 1 again, or new game?
I feel like a lot of it's this safe bet.
it
Like,
Oh,
can't.
definitely.
It cannot be published by EA or Activision because they will only do stuff that's brown and samey. So it needs to be a studio
We
like
don't
Epic.
need another Gears. Gears is done. Gears has had a good run and it was great. The Meccan one, so it don't matter what I think. But we don't need another one.
What, they're making Gears 4 or they're making a prequel thing?
I don't know. They're making a new one. Is it
Is
Black
it Epic?
Tusk? No,
Black
Epic
Tusk.
sold it. Black Tusk
Please don't say
Design
it's
Studio
called Black-
something.
Oh,
I don't
really?
even know. It's
I thought that was the
weird-
game title, Gears of War Black
No,
Tusk.
the dev is something Tusk.
I really hope it is now.
They're making a new one, and it could be old. It could be set during the Cola Wars. I don't know. What
Well,
they
let's be right. They did a judgment on Baird, and we all love Baird. So
Yes, they'll make a game out of Alt, but that was such.
this
a
new one, it'll
landmark
be a
game.
Dom in the afterlife.
No, you play as his wife before she was brutally murdered by
By
Dom.
him.
No, you play as Dom's wife's asshole and you get to be savagely raped by Locust.
Do you know it'd be interesting if you play if they did you play as a locust and then completely flipped it.
Yeah, it would. It would actually. You play as, peaceful, calm, underground Locust land, and then some dude drills in and steals all your emotion and kills your kids. It'd be like reverse Dancing with Wolves. But instead of remaking something we love and playing on the fact that we loved it, we need what it did at that time.
Yeah.
We need that game. We need that Halo 1 for Xbox. We need that Crash Bandicoot for PlayStation. Whichever game you want to pick that's that game for you, that's what they need. And right now, the reason why there's only a few people that really are all up in the consoles, like your fanboys, is because there's nothing worth it on them. Unless you like your Master Chief Collection, or you're obsessed with Sunset Overdrive, or whatever it is. But for everybody else...
Unless you found that niche, that one
Aiden
thing.
don't want one. I don't really want one. Lummy has one, and he's happy to have one, but you're feeling it, aren't you? You're feeling the barrenness of it.
Not so much anymore, because like I've got
Something's out now.
things are coming out, but for first
Like, if you
8
didn't have
months around
Destiny,
in the
though,
console.
can you imagine what you'd have filled the time with? Learn a new
Guacamole.
language.
Guacamole is really good. Or guacamole or guacamole.
Yeah, Super
Guacamole is
Turbo
great.
It looks
Super
fun.
Time Force, yeah, Super Time Force is good.
Super Bro Force.
Is it Super Time Force? Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
enjoyed that.
That Broforce thing, that's a Steam game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he plays like Barney, Bortzenegger and stuff, and you're all stupid like.
I know the
names.
Braunschlager.
Trying to think.
But they need that killer title.
They need some, yeah.
Bloodborne's PS4. That's the first killer title for them. I couldn't tell you what first Xbox One title is.
I think they're waiting for Halo 5 to come out and be the thing, but I don't think it will be.
I think it's too far. You're at number 5. We're getting into Police Academy territory.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it ain't Final Fantasy 15, I can tell you that now.
Saying that though, Metal Gear's that far, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it is. But there's probably a lot of people that aren't really digging Metal Gear anymore.
Yeah.
The Metal Gear we've got now is not Metal Gear. It's a completely
And
new
they
thing.
spell it with Roman numerals, which makes it a lot more classier.
Like, I saw a heads-up icon that told me somebody was looking my way. That's not how Metal Gear works. You hear, ah! and then a big alarm noise, and then you know someone's looking your way. Like,
You put your box on.
yeah.
I hate that reflex mode, me.
I don't like that either. And I don't like the gun. When you're aiming, you got it on their head, you've got it square on their head, you don't hit their head.
Unless
Some
you know.
wonky bullets.
It don't make any sense. And I hope it's me. I hope I'm the one at flaw who can't do it. But on Metal Gear 2, not Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, I put it on their head, they go down. On Metal Gear Solid 3, I put it on their head, they go down. 4, same. Ground Zero. It's a wind up.
I can't wait for Phantom Pain though. That is the one game cannot wait for this year. I think it looks fantastic in every way. I think it's going to be one of easily the best game of the year. At this stage, there might be something come out that I'm not expecting. And
What's this new Metal Gear?
yeah,
What is it? Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain?
yeah.
Right.
It looks fantastic.
I mirror those sentiments, only the part where you said I can't wait is I couldn't care. But not in a I don't want it kind of way, just in a way that I don't think about it. It's just there. And it's better that way because it'll come out and I'll get all like giddy. And I won't be 6 weeks like Cartman trying to freeze myself to get a Nintendo Wii or whatever it was.
It's the only thing that's I find myself watching gameplay video and 20-minute gameplay videos. If I'm waking up in the middle of the night, something I kind of like to sleep, something I'll watch them. I do all the time, watch them loads of times.
I'm really glad I'm not like that because it's a dark hole if you're going to go that way.
Yeah, the only thing that's
Get
ever been
obsessed with.
But
yeah.
it makes it longer. It makes the days feel like weeks and the weeks feel like
only
years.
thing that's been that bad for me was waiting for Far Cry 4.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think.
Not Far Cry 4, sorry, Far Cry 3.
I was going to say I didn't think you got that.
They put it back by about a year. And I was sat like 2 months it comes out and then it came out next September. And I was sat there like watching them big videos over and over and over like for Christ's sake it took forever for September to come. Far Cry 4, it looked so much like 3, I didn't give a shit. I was like, oh it's going to be good, I'll get it when it comes out. And it was that good, I was not bothered at all. I didn't even realise it came out. It came out on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I thought it would come out on Friday, so I didn't even... Then I bumped into it in Sainsbury's, I think, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I got it, and I was so surprised by it, right, and I enjoyed it that much more that I weren't expecting it.
See, I feel like because I've got a couple of digital downloads on mine, and I've paid for them before.
Oh, that pre-order thing. That
Yeah,
you
where you
downloads.
pre-download them and that, and then at midnight, like it downloads the last 5%. You can actually play it. So you've already bought it, so it kind of takes away the I've got to go and buy it at midnight. And you're just like, no, I've already got it. I just press play.
I kind of hate that because I got Prepare to Die edition, the PC version of Dark Souls 1, and I got it a week early.
Yeah.
But I couldn't install it until like the minute after midnight the day it came out. So I had this game and my fucking PC would not let me play it, and it got me really mad. I was looking for cracks, I was looking at all the nefarious means.
I don't think they ain't got a right to do that, I don't think.
It's criminal.
If they've given you that game early, it's not your fault you got it early, you should be able to play that game, you paid for
And on
it.
American like Steam, you could play it early anyway. But on our version you couldn't.
It's like when Gears 3 came out, and the leaderboards before it even came out, and said we're going to reset leaderboards to make it fair. Everybody, oh, we had a good time playing it before it's released and everything. We'll reset the leaderboards, on you go. And that would, just message that one message on main board saying, congratulations if you got it early. They didn't care. They didn't see any damage done by
Yeah, but
it.
dude, some devs are cooler than other devs. Look at, is it Denatron Games? Did you hear about what they said when Hotline Miami didn't pass authentication in Australia? So essentially it's going to be banned. The dev said, pirate it. If you live in Australia and you can't get our game, get it illegally. And this is the same dev that on the torrent side for the original Hotline Miami fixed the crack that weren't working. Because people put it up on torrent and they couldn't get it to work. So he went on, fixed it for him, and said, I'd prefer you to buy it if you could, but if you're going to play our game, play the best version of it. How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
And then you get the other side where people are getting sued and fined for 1 million years and banned off Xbox Live, and
Yeah.
you can't win.
Apparently, on Advanced Warfare, people getting banned for
Reverse boosting.
is that about
Reverse boost. Yeah.
they're killing themselves loads and loads and loads so they get matched with lower level
Yeah,
people.
it's skill-based matchmaking.
Oh right, okay, yeah. Apparently that's back to Destiny. Apparently, if you deliberately play badly in Crucible, that's the best way to get good gear, because it'll feel sorry for you and give you a better gun and give you better armour.
I think that's bullshit. That.
Yeah, it is bullshit, because when I go into Crucible and
It
I
should
smash
reward
everybody,
being good.
I've been in Crucible, right, and I've got 32 kills, or whatever, 3 deaths, smashed everybody. Everybody else on my team's got like 8 kills each. They've all got purple weapons and armour, and I've got no.
Credits.
Literally not. No, I've literally got nothing, and they've all got an item.
That's
It's bullshit.
I don't like rewarding mediocrity. You should reward skill.
I feel like it should be an even balance. You should reward people.
There's no medals for losing, man.
Well,
what the fuck is this world we're in?
I get
Did you get out at sports day when you didn't win?
You do now.
You fucking do now.
Everybody gets
Oh,
a
you get
participation
sued.
medal, don't they? Were it Black Ops? Were it FAMAS or Enfield? What?
Farmers were monster. Yeah.
I think I used it.
Enfield
Like,
were good if you had a good
like,
connection.
Yeah, you went Enfield all the time, look, you had connection, didn't you?
Yeah.
The
That's
lovely
when I had
connection.
internet. I ain't got it anymore. I used to have.
That was a long time.
I miss my 120 meg broadband. I miss it. I've got 16 meg now. I can't even stream.
My heart bleeds for you, dude.
No, well, shut up. No, but like, I went on Twitch and I thought, oh, I'm going to stream some Titanfall. And I couldn't do it because it couldn't keep up with ins and outs.
You could probably do it if you change your bit rate, but...
Yeah, and I could probably do it if I did campaigns. I could probably stream campaigns, but nobody fucking watches anyway, because obviously I'm not on them sort of things are all. I was streaming it just to put it on there.
You never know. You might get lucky.
Yeah, I know, but I just...
Because that's what it's all about, man. That stuff.
Since this game DVR's come along, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this way, I'm going to do that way, and then just finding time to do it is just not... I ain't got it.
It is a lot of time.
Well, I look at it this way, I've got 8 hours... If I go to work for 8 hours, I'll come home, I'll spend 4 hours with Debbie, so that's 12 hours of my day gone. So maybe I have an hour or 2 playing a game, and then there's all bullshit stuff you do in between, like going to the toilet and all that sort of bollocks. It might not seem like much, but you might lose
life
half an hour a day. And then you think, well, when I'm playing a game, I don't want to be thinking, I've got to play this and do this, to then do this to it, to then put it on this website, and it's just... I'd love to do it, I just haven't got time.
That's what it's about, man. Everybody thinks it's easy to do. Everybody thinks anybody can do it, but when you start doing it, that's when you truly appreciate what it takes. Because
I mean, I've had massive plans with it before. I've like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it in this way.
You had massive plans. I had a fucking network plan.
Yeah.
For a platform where we all built it together, and then 4 years down the line, I'm still me Todd. Not even Bryce is doing it anymore. God, Bryce, what did you do, man? I had really good quality.
I'd love to do it, but
really good
I just
quality.
can't.
Well, suffice to say, it's more than I earn in a month.
Well, I know that. I don't know that.
But the time difference between what you do as your work to what I put in on this is probably vastly different.
Yeah.
Which just goes to show.
You'll definitely put more.
It's a stupid sacrifice, but it's building, and it's that feeling of it could become something great. It might not. Something else might come along.
I was saying to Ed on the way up, I mean, I try to watch videos when I can on YouTube. I try to give you at least a view.
Oh, you don't have to.
But I mean, obviously with Final Fantasy stuff, I've got into watching them, so it's like whatever. And I thought, you know what? I haven't been on Chris's channel, like on the actual channel. I go on my subscriptions and I see what's popping up.
Yeah, and
I haven't been on your channel in ages. I thought, I'll have a look. I'll see how he's doing. And you've got something like 20,000 subscribers, which is great, brilliant.
Yeah.
You're getting that platform going, and the more people you get, the more people are going to generate interest to other people, and
that's
word of mouth, this, that, and other. But throughout all your videos, you've got over 7 million views, which is massive.
But
it's not at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean, dude.
But I like, because it never really sunk in what you'd done until I looked at it and I saw the figures.
It's
impressive.
It's crazy, isn't it? When you bear in mind, there's people like PewDiePie that'll get that in a day.
Yeah.
That get hundreds times that in a day, but he screams like a child on top of whatever he's doing, and somehow that's this internet phenomenon.
I've given him a chance recently, and
do you like it?
I can see sometimes I've had a little bit of a giggle to him, but he was playing like Shrek. So I'm sorry, there's a lot of content here to make funny.
Is it 3 million a year funny?
No, not at all. I think when I watched him, he seems like somebody would be a lot. I can't see why he's the top.
But that's exactly why he's top, dude. That's how this kind of stuff works. You don't know why, it just is. That's how it works. Like Minecraft. Why Minecraft and like League of Legends? Why not Yaris?
Because it's yes.
No, but do you know what I mean? Why is one game like Dota 2, MOBAs, MMOs, that kind of thing, but Minecraft, none of those things bigger than those things?
No, but it's like when you put playthrough up doing it on highest difficulty, you could do it 3 times faster, 3 times cleaner, have better commentary, this, that, and other than the person who's got the most views for that playthrough on that difficulty.
Oh, definitely.
But people go to them instead of coming to look at yours.
YouTube algorithm, baby, that's how it works.
Doesn't make sense.
Basically, the rich get richer. It's like real life.
They were sending news the other day that I know it's completely again like it's not really going to involve YouTube people, but the 1% of people, the highest 1% of earners in world, are going to have more money than everybody else put together or something within next X amount of years.
Definitely.
So it's like you said, rich just keep getting richer. The poverty gap's getting larger.
Like a lot of things, it's like anything. Momentum is massive. Momentum is everything. The more momentum you have, the more momentum you gain. It's literally that, and it's all about getting that momentum. And YouTube is a dice roll, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing all the things right, you know, to what people want. Because you could check Reddit, you could check a whole bunch of different things. You know what's hot, what people are talking about. You could adapt all your stuff to it, and you can get success. There are ways to build channels quite easily.
To force success.
But you can't have an opinion. You can't be yourself. You have to be something else. Unless you're that 1%, that's super rare.
Yeah.
I'm going to be who I am, and it's going to... Like, I went on Twitch the other day. There were 4,000 people watching a guy play a Final Fantasy. Can you imagine that? Nobody watches RPGs. But that guy had 4,000, and I thought, this guy must be doing something awesome, something really, really good. I saw him block 3 people in the space of a few minutes and call them fucking assholes for telling him something about the game. Because apparently his first rule was, do not... Backseat game, do not tell me anything, how to play my game, I know how to play my game. Like...
Dick.
That is not how I thought you should act to get that kind of viewing, but there it was, and you just think, wow, how does that work? But it's that thing. Your guys could start a channel and be bigger than me in a month, because that's literally how it works. It's just... there's a... it's so good. A friend of Danielle's, I say friend, she was an acquaintance, she lived with him in first year at university. He's got a channel, and I keep checking it out every so often. And this is the guy who had Dead Space 1 on his 360.
Is that who didn't know how to stomp? Yeah.
For quite a long time after other Dead Spaces had come out, and he didn't realise you could step on the containers. And Danielle got him past the first chapter. And he's
Did he
now...
finish it?
I hope so.
Without stomping, he's a badass.
You know what I mean? How did he get out that first level? Did he ever? We don't know, but he's making videos now, and I love knowing people who make videos because it's got that interesting dynamic to it. And it's wonderful because his audio balancing is horrible. And he's a music student. He went to university studying music. One would think learning Pro Tools, learning waveforms and tracks and all that kind of stuff.
That's funny.
He can't listen to his videos back because you can't hear him. Because all you can hear is explosions and everything else. And then at one point he had a mic where when he spoke on it, it interfered. There was interference when he talked. So it was like... And you just sat there thinking... Just listen to it back, man. Like, just try. And you don't have to have the best equipment because you can work with it. Like, my first mic were horrible. But you could hear me in kind of like a robotic kind of way. It's just baffling. But YouTube is baffling.
Yeah, definitely.
So many people start YouTube channels because they want to make money. And it don't work that way. You see those people, you've all seen it when you've clicked on a channel. No one will ever read this.
Oh,
but I would really like people to come and subscribe because I have really good videos.
Do you know what?
Oh, I hate people fucking defeatist like that.
Hit the like button and subscribe below. I hate that.
You click on any big YouTuber and you will see their comments plagued with that. And you click on the channel, it's somebody with between 100 to 2,000 subscribers. Sometimes it's more, which I find disgusting. And they've made 7 videos and they've been on YouTube for a week. and they want instant success and gratification.
I just hate it when people say subscribe and like and all that. It's
Oh,
like,
you're not a fan of that?
No, because if somebody liked it, they'll like it. If somebody wants to subscribe, they will subscribe.
See, I remember why you're my friend now, Lemmy, but the problem with that is that's not how it works.
No, because the more you say it, the more people think, yes, I must subscribe,
Yeah,
and I must like.
That's exactly what it is.
I can't help myself. I
People-
just
People need to be told what to do.
It fucking winds me up. I hate it.
I'm saying, dude, I am.
I actually watched an Achievement Hunter video. Might have been today, and I mean they never say it because I mean they're massive, aren't they? They make loads of money,
need to
whatever.
say it, yeah.
And on their video, one of them said, "Oh, you can see the title of the video below, just above the like button and the subscribe button." But, do you know, like being very sarcastic about it? And then they were saying like, "Hit us up on Bebo," and do you know, like,
That
all these-
stuff is good though, you know, when it's done like that.
Yeah.
But I always make reference to a guy called the Rad Brad, who is the YouTube king of walkthroughs. He's one of the biggest walkthroughs channels ever. And I don't know if you've ever watched him, but he's an acquired taste, we'll say that much. And the first 10 minutes of almost every video is him talking about likes. And I am completely guilty of talking about YouTube. I think YouTube's fascinating. To other people who don't know anything about it, it's probably very boring, and I apologise, but when you're in it and you see the numbers, it's like hotels, it's a game. And you can cheat and hack your gamer score, or you can earn it. And it all depends on what kind of person you are. And that guy talking for the first 15 minutes of his videos about likes, and that guy gets more likes than I get views on one video than I get in like a month, probably. Like,
What, so he'll talk about likes for 10 minutes, then actually start the gameplay.
oh no, the gameplay's on.
All right.
But it's just like, it'd be so good if you could just get this to 60,000 likes, that'd be amazing. Like, I'm so grateful for all that. He sounds a bit like that, I don't know why it's pretty funny, but he sounds a bit like that. I'll put him on afterwards, you'll see him. But don't get me wrong, he might be an awesome guy and he might be
You
a great
should try it
YouTuber.
once.
But you know that moment when they start talking about that at the beginning of the fucking video and you're like,
Yeah.
I get it, dude. You like likes. It's very nice. Likes are the lifeblood of YouTube. If you get likes, you get shown above mine, even though yours is on normal and mine is on the hardest difficulty without upgrades and not taking any damage and fuck off. Like, doesn't matter. But the most important lesson as we move away from the YouTube tangent is people do not want to see people better than them. That is the universal law of YouTube.
Well, I don't know why people watch your stuff then, because
It's disgraceful, innit? I'm such a bad player. People want to be superior. That's what it
Yeah.
is. They want to watch you fail. They want to watch flaws. They want to watch just
your channel will be a
imperfections.
right success, Adam.
Yes, we're trying to film him beating you to death.
The video of Lovey's battery.
Here's me failing this game over and over and getting really angry.
Because you'll see
I'm going for a
channels
smoke.
with the most elite gameplay, the stuff you can't even comprehend, the kind of mastery you need to do it, and nobody fucking watches it. But you can get a guy who almost seems like he has had a lobotomy because he can't understand the simple context of going where the cutscene just pointed him, so he's going to go over to this other place and try and jump over an invisible wall and call the game broken and insult the developers. And that's what they want to watch.
You've done that up. You
There
just
you go.
done that up.
It's like life, boys. But on a gaming tangent, anyhow, what one achievement did you really want to get that was quite a time-consuming one, but you never found the time for it, and you've always kind of regretted it, like looked back in those halcyon days when you had all the time in the world where I should have got that one achievement?
I know there's one achievement at minute that bothers me that I ain't got, and that's level 100 on GTA 5. Because it's the only one out of original 360 list I didn't get. And it
Is
wasn't
that difficult now, or is it just a grind?
time? You can do all glitches and stuff. As for... don't know. I can't really think of one that
I know what mine is, because mine's a simple one.
Seriously.
the first one.
Yeah, I'll always regret that. And I can't boost it because, to me, that's not getting it. I've got about 5,000 kills on Gears 1, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it were in Gears because there were matches where you didn't get a kill because the connection could be that bad. You just didn't stand a chance. But you needed 10,000, and the problem was is if people left, sometimes it voided kills. So you could sometimes have to get 20,000 kills.
Yeah.
And it were a nightmare, but I wanted the gamer picture because I think that's the best gamer picture they've ever made.
There's a lot of games where I've needed 1s and 2s and stuff.
Right.
I
I
can't
just wondered
really
if
think
your
of
guys
one
had that white whale of an
I've got-
achievement that you'd never...
I've got a bunch, and I always want to 1,000 Far Cry 2.
They do
Is it that diamond one?
No, I did the diamond one.
Which one is it?
It's
Just
the
multiplayer
multiplayer
stuff?
ones. All get heist revives, get heist, and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's a few people playing it, and there's a lot of boosting sessions going on for it. But I ain't got time to go back and get every weapon manual and all that online takes forever. You've got to get max kills with it, max headshots, max everything, and
Like Quake.
yeah, all that sort of stuff.
Get 50,000 headshots.
I'd love to have 1,000 on Far Cry 2. I'd absolutely love it, but I wish I'd have gone back when it was probably a bit busier when it first came out and
But dude,
got into it.
Even when it was busier, do you know how much dedication that would have took?
I know, but it's one of the games. Every time I see it on my list, I want 1,000 there because
Yeah.
I liked that game that much. And
So the Far Cry 1K, the Far Cry 2.
See,
yeah,
I mean, if there were an achievement on any Halos that I've not got, then it'd be one of them. But everyone except Master Chief Collection, everyone I've touched, I've completed.
that too.
Done it.
Have you?
They did it on PC.
1000G'd it. I'll never 5000G Chief Collection because I'm not doing 3-hour speedruns. Knackers to that.
You see, but just imagine, you know, if you, for whatever reason, go off a certain aspect of gaming and then move on to another one, maybe you'll be in a super speedrunning mood and you'll just...
I can't do it. I'm not skilled enough to do it.
Yeah, but maybe you will be at that point. Like,
It's going to get to the point where
you haven't seen them.
it's going to get to the point where
I can
in
imagine
a few
them,
months
dude.
down the line or maybe a year or whatever, you'll only have them left and you'll do it.
Maybe.
Because I know what you like.
Like, but those times, what's world record for those games? You know, on Legendary.
Like an hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
So you've got a 2-hour window where
Yeah,
you
pretty
can,
much.
you can mess up from a world record pace.
Yeah, well, no, some at levels you can do in minutes, and other like 3 minutes, and other ones take like 20. You've got to
Because-
average something like 16 minutes per level.
Evil Dead, one minute, Evil Within, sorry, has got an achievement for beating it under, is it 4 hours? Under
I
5
don't know.
hours? I think it's under 5 hours. And when you first beat that game, it could be like a 20-hour game. You're wondering, you know, how am I going to scare that off? I did 3.5 without really rushing, with killing stuff. Only thing I skipped, I did, yeah. I didn't pick stuff up out of my path, but I wasn't really, you know, super trying to cut corners. And it just makes me wonder if maybe there's a cheeky way of doing it that doesn't involve double grenade, over shield, bounce tricks.
It wouldn't surprise me if
there's
doing
got to be
it
some
on
videos
Legendary
that-
on co-op might make it easier. I don't know if that's something that stops
like
you from
having one
doing
guy
it.
so you can spawn on kind of.
Yeah, I think.
Can
well,
you cloak abuse in those early games like you can in 3, where you just get a cloak and fuck off through it?
you can, yeah, if you can find them.
I wonder
but
if there's a sneaky place
I think one of the guides for doing it on Legendary on like time and all this, you just have one guy going where you should be going and another guy kind of distracting. So all enemies flood one way and you can just go, yeah, alright, cheers, see you later.
Yeah, you got to.
And then he dies, spawn teleports
spawns
to
on
you.
Yeah.
But that don't work with 2 because Iron Skull's on all the time.
Going back to Championship Edition, has that got all glitches in from the original game?
Yeah.
Oh, you can sit on that chopper and it takes you to through level.
Yeah,
think
there's
so,
there's
yeah.
that bit. There's one on I forgot what level it is. You know, where you've got all snow. You go over them bridges and you go all the way through it and you come out bottom. And there's
Yeah.
there is a fight in a
Assault and Control Room.
Yeah, there's that bit you can jump off the bridge.
Yeah, tried
and
it. It's
thing.
not easy to do.
I know me and Simon did it.
But all
back in the
enemies
day.
don't spawn, so you can get in a ghost and run through. The keys, you start, go around corner, shoot. Do you know them shields? Like when you overcharge them, they disappear and then they respawn. You stand on there, and it shoots you up into the top of the map, so you never have to drop down into the swamp. Then you drop in on keys bit, where where it's all like, nah, and you punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And all enemies are just stood there like that. Like, well, it's hard to describe.
Not even
but
animated.
like they just stood up, so you just kill them before they actually spawn or something. I watched
Yeah,
the video on it,
full
and like, but I think it's Metropolis or Outskirts on Halo 2. Fastest time on speedrun or for Chief Collection is like 1 second. There's a glitch that can do that level in 1 second. Or 3 seconds or something.
That shit's crazy.
I love that bit on Halo 1. That's my favourite bit of game.
Which one?
Oh my commander, I'm so regretting your flood. Punch in the face, rip
Yeah.
that thing out your brain. Nobody to bury shot on your head.
I watched the Max Payne 1 speedrun, and a guy does a trick on train on first level, and for some weird reason, when he does it, none of enemies can shoot him. So he just runs through the entire level. I don't know how people figure that shit out. I find it really, really fascinating.
I like stuff like seeing all that sort of stuff that they couldn't fix back in the day because they didn't have internet connections, and now all that stuff's getting patched out stuff
That
constantly.
being said, though, when I was watching stuff like Shovel Knight and what's that one by Castle Crashers guys? I can never remember the name of.
Battle Block Theatre.
That's the one.
That's it.
When they were doing those speedruns on AGDQ and they had devs on in Skype, they were showing them all glitches and all stuff like that, and all little tricks and exploits, and devs were loving it. It was the type of stuff that they wanted in the game because of
theatre.
just how awesome it is. Co-op, 100% run. They did it in like an hour and 30 minutes.
That's mental.
I've
never seen it like it. The stuff they're doing, dude,
That's mental.
so good. Like the devs don't even know what's happening. And one of people on call is the guy who voices Hattie. So he's making a bunch of jokes. It's so good.
Hattie Hattington.
It's really good.
That's great.
Yeah. It's
That intro is probably one of the best intros ever.
Yeah, it's pretty
And
good.
they're all like, whoo, and
Apparently most of that were ad-libbed.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of his work on that. He'd give him a situation, tell him what he wanted, and he'd just go and record a bunch of stuff.
The SS Friend ship.
It's quality.
I love that game. It was so much fun.
Could you guys know any game of the years?
Game what?
Have you given it a thought? Your top 3 game of the year 2014.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age is a good one.
Definitely Dragon Age. The time I put into that and like sort of love and stuff I got for it in the times. I loved Far Cry 4 is probably second 'cause I did love the game. It was fantastic. When I first finished it, I didn't have the appreciation that.
Your top 2.
I'm trying to think back to the start of the year. They aren't massive.
Obviously, Castlevania.
Castlevania.
So fantastic being in a modern setting, playing as Robert Carlyle.
What the fuck? I can't
Trying
even
to
remember
remember
what came
what I
out
played.
at the start of the year. But yeah, I did.
Lightning Returns. You really like Lightning Returns?
Oh, love
That
me
last
some.
year. That was last year. Even I know that.
Oh, fuck it, I haven't played them, have I? But yeah, I liked Far Cry 4, fantastic. My appreciation has grown for that since I've left it for a bit.
But sometimes that's how it works.
Because I jumped in, 100% did it straight away, and then I've been going back and like seeing bits, and I've been enjoying it a bit more. Like, I can't really think of what else that's came out.
South Park Stick of Truth were a good one. Dark Souls 2 were a good one.
Dark Souls 2 were up there, but it just didn't really hold the torch at first one for me.
No.
Yeah, I didn't play enough games last year to have a solid opinion.
Whoa,
on this
Wolfenstein on your list, let me.
It is, yeah.
No,
I'm just looking at what I played of it last year, and a lot of it's not that good. So, Unity for a start.
Yeah, fuck Unity.
Do you know what, right? I'm looking through now. Shadow and Mordor are pretty entertaining.
Shadow and Mordor's
I
on
wouldn't
my
say
list.
game of the year, but like I really enjoyed it.
I liked it a lot.
What else did I play? Watch Dogs. 1000G Watch Dogs. What were I playing?
What were you doing? Oh my god.
I did drinking games. It took. Did you help me do them?
No, I watched it for a bit.
I like those chess games.
I got
Those were
somebody.
fun.
I did double analog. I got somebody to help me do it. I can't remember when help me do it. You know, 'cause
There
you've
were
got
too much scanning
Ugh.
and
to-
barcodes and.
Oh,
Them
Trials
little
Fusion. Trials Fusion
wire
were good.
games were dodgy.
Lego Marvel Superheroes.
What's that like?
It's alright actually. Battlefield 4.
I fell out with Lego games. Them Indiana Jones ones destroyed my soul a little bit.
We were all going well until.
Yeah,
we
have you
played
tried
Need for
1000G
Speed.
in them games?
I
They take
tried. I
forever.
played Lego Batman first one, and I didn't have stomach to keep doing it over and over and over.
That's what I mean. I did Batman, I did Indiana Jones. Like, I can't do this now. I did
Lego-
Star Wars.
Marvel Superheroes is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I look
I
forward
enjoyed
to
it.
testing it out.
It was solid, good 1,000. I had fun doing it. So
I think Dragon Age Inquisition is one for me. It's my number one game. I think.
FIFA 15.
What do you reckon?
That was no.
I think Shadow of Mordor is a great mention. I think Dark Souls 2 is a great mention, and I think South Park Stick of Truth are a great mention. As
I
well.
didn't even play that because it didn't exist for me.
It's a great game.
But yeah, I can't really. My mind's just gone blank of what came out towards the start of the year.
Like Bayonetta 2 is a good mention, although I probably won't put it on my list because it's exactly what I thought it was going to be, and to me, game of the year has to be something different, something that really got to you. So as much as I think that game is really, really good, it probably wouldn't make my list if I were to make one.
I'm just trying to think towards like other stuff. Pokemon X, and that didn't come out last year, did it? Or a year before? I think it was late year before.
Wikipedia 2014 in games. Boom, list.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my bloody list up. It's not working.
Oh,
So
that you were on.
What?
Well, that's your smart glass.
Yeah.
Why does it look so weird?
Why does it look weird?
Because it's glass that's smart.
Yours is completely different to mine.
I don't know.
Oh, yours it's 360 companion, isn't it?
You can
That's why.
Shut up.
You and your poverty console. Yeah, 2014 in gaming. So let's have a scan.
Oh, I did like Walking Dead Series 2. That was definitely very good.
There you go, Metal Gear Rising Revengeance game at you. PC. How about Duke Nukem Manhattan
Tomb Raider
Project?
last year.
It's probably the re-release, wasn't it?
Alright.
Because you've got to be careful with these, because
Definitive collection.
shit
yeah.
gets re-released all the time, yeah.
Did you play Walking Dead Series 2?
I did not.
Oh, it's really good.
Did you
really
see-
good.
they did an
I thought
offer
I bet
Yeah.
the first
Lightning
one.
Returns was last year.
They did an offer on
know.
Xbox One. You could get Walking Dead Episode 1 and 2, the Game of Thrones one, the
Rambo
Tales
the
from
video
Borderlands,
game.
Wolf Among Us, for like 35 quid.
I paid that.
For all what?
I've got Wolf Among Us. I've got episode 1 and 2 Walking Dead. I want to get rest, but I need to finish Wolf Among Us first.
Yeah, Titanfall last year. Nobody cared.
We'll get through my list of all stuff I played last. None of it's from last year. It's all older. Oh, Rayman Legends, 30 out of 1,000.
Rayman Legends.
Oh, Octodad. Peggle 2, obviously.
Remember
Contender.
Tomb Raider? That will go back a few years. Tomb
It's
Raider.
always on sale, that.
Yeah.
Always on
That's
sale.
how great it is. Probably.
Tropico 5?
Yeah. Everybody likes Tropico.
When was Splinter Cell Blacklist? Was that year before last year?
That was September of 2013, I
also.
think. It's not been the most riveting year for games.
No, not really. There's no jumping out, is there, really, when you look at it?
Killzone Shadows Fall, I think we can all agree.
Crazy Taxi, City Rush, Droid.
Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's, the game everybody loves on
What's that
YouTube.
about? I've never even heard of it. I saw like some people playing it on YouTube. Like, what?
Basically, you're a night watchman at a restaurant that has those animatronic, like, cuddly people,
Yeah.
and
Cuddly people.
you're monitoring the security cameras, and you have access to the doors in your security booth. And as the night progresses, those animatronic animals start getting closer to you, and they start moving when you're not looking at the different cameras, and you have to manage your battery, and you have to stop them from getting to you, and I assume killing you.
That sounds terrifying.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that sounds like the scariest thing I've ever heard.
Well, you have to play it, dude, because I nearly fell asleep. It was the dullest fucking thing
It sounds
I've
pretty
ever
dull.
seen. And on YouTube, it's full of people screaming their asses off at it, pretending to be little girls, and it gets millions of views. So you could make a channel based on that.
It sounds
and get
terrifying.
millions of
I don't
views.
want to play it ever. It sounds scary.
Surgeon Simulator, that were a good one. Dropping
Alright,
your hanky in his wound.
We're chucking a hypothetical out there.
Come on.
You're on an island. Obviously, you've got all your power, your TV, and all that. You've got one game
It
to
won't
take
be-
with you.
Five Nights at Freddy's, it would not be that.
What game would you take on this one island where you?
One game, Desert Island.
Yeah, no bullshit about what's it powered by? You run out of batteries and all
Has it
that
got
shit.
internet?
Yes, you've got internet.
Yes, you've got it.
You've got a Virgin hub there as well.
So it's good internet. I'd probably just download a bunch of games then off for good internet.
Alright, I knew that would be fucking coming.
Take Genesis Collection. Aha! You've been done.
Can you text Steam?
No.
It's a good question. It's obviously Legend Gore. For how long?
Dunno.
I'm gonna have a think on that one, dude, while I look through this list.
Oh.
Binding of Isaac Rebirths on this
What would
list.
you take? Would you know?
Yeah.
What?
Straight up like Skyrim.
Skyrim. Now.
Always something to do. It's very, 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 very
It's
vast
always
world.
something to do.
Yeah. Walking.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of
Somebody
walking.
needs you to take some beef to his mate in another town. You can take that beef across.
I'd take a Duck Dynasty game.
Don't blame you. As if they made that.
I can't
I
miss-
haven't watched Duck Dynasty since I live with you, and I fucking miss it somewhat chronic, and it's very good.
It is good. The men with beards.
Mine would probably be some kind of really, really long RPG that I could play a lot. That's got a shit ton.
Or like
in
Final Fantasy X that you've done
it.
a
Maybe.
million hours in already.
Like maybe Star Ocean for 360, because there's stuff on that that's just takes forever and ever. I don't know, some eclectic RPG probably.
Suikoden 2.
I'd probably go some.
I've already got all 108 stars on Suikoden 2,
Oh,
and it didn't
right.
take me too long, which is kind of worrying because I thought it'd be like super difficult, and it's not when you know what you're doing.
I'd probably take something that's got a strong online community, just so I could possibly always have something to do and people to talk to
Yeah.
or ignore.
Like at this moment in time, Street Fighter 4 would probably be a really good one, because it's the kind of thing, it's like Insanity. You do it a million times until you get good at it, and then you do the next thing a million times until you get good at that, and there's no end It's just consistency, and getting consistent is
Is
10
it-
years.
Next Street Fighter or next. There's a fighting game coming out that they've completely boycotted Xbox on, isn't there?
Yeah, Street Fighter 5 will be PlayStation 4 only.
Forever.
It's coming out on PC.
Why? What's happening with it?
It's exclusive. Sony's bought rights up for it.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Street Fighter should be a thing that's always going to be for everybody.
Well, when you bear in mind, didn't it start on Nintendo?
Yeah.
So it's just weird. It's really strange, and it's sad because Microsoft are making art that they don't mind because they've got their own that they want to back, i.e. Killer Instinct. But Killer Instinct's not for everybody.
No.
You know, not everybody wants to play Killer Instinct. Street Fighter is the most well-known fighting.
I feel like you shoot yourself off to such a shoot yourself off to such a vast amount of fan base.
Yeah.
Who was it that owns Street Fighter?
Sony is just
No, you know, is it
used to be
Capcom?
Capcom.
Is it Capcom?
What, Street Fighter?
Capcom
Yeah.
originally, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Capcom.
it's fucking Capcom. They're money grabbing bastards. They've been like it
Basically,
for a long time.
Sony have done a deal. And there you go.
Yeah, I won't expect. I
Exclusivity.
know. Well, Capcom. I'm not surprised they've sold out because that's what Capcom do these days. They sell art constantly over and over again.
Yeah, but what you got to bear in mind is, you know, all the people that made Capcom great, that made all those games you
They're
love.
not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Capcom anymore. It's something else. So all they can do is what they're doing, which is rehashing, and they've always kind of rehashed because that's the model they've gone for.
Have you seen the achievement list for Revelations 2?
No, because Revelations 1 was so endearing, I didn't want to care.
The second one, as soon as the achievements got announced, 1,980, and I went, oh, that's crazy. They've got every single DLC,
Already mapped
all
it.
achievements already there. So they've got everything planned and done.
So there's no way that that's not already been designed.
Yes.
I hate that.
How fucking bad is that? That is.
Can you remember when you used to get DLC for free? Can you remember they used to care?
Remember when it didn't used to come out with first couple of months of game being out, so you didn't feel as robbed?
Yeah.
Day one DLC, oh yay.
And they also like, oh yeah, we finished the game a few months ago, and then we went straight to DLC. I'm sure you could have got it on disc in that time, then.
Well, most of it is on disc, innit, and it's just an unlock.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
That
I don't get it.
back to Destiny. When I paid for DLC,
Tell me it was 2 meg download or something.
it was about 100 meg.
Oh.
And that's probably that flying simulation before you
It
get
was
to
like an unlock of what I'd already downloaded.
And they were proper selling it as if they just put placeholders there and then you just download it all.
And I got like 4 or 5 missions and a raid.
But that's what's funny about that remake. You know, I looked at size in it. It's like 5 gig
For what?
for Resident Evil Remake. And I think
Oh,
that's on
right.
Xbox One as well. I might be wrong about that. It might be
Crazy.
360 one I saw, but that's pretty small.
Yeah,
Do you know
considering Wolfenstein's like a 40 gig install.
And considering
Yeah.
they've completely revamped control schemes and visuals and a lot, you'd think they'd took up
Yeah,
more
but it's
memory.
programming, innit? If it's got original programming, it won't take as much processor because it
I
would be
don't know,
designed
just-
to run on an older console with lower
Like,
processing
it makes
speeds.
me wonder if they use all that extra processing speed for anything, or if they just kind of scrape bottom the barrel. Because can you imagine if they put all the stuff they're not using into load times?
Yeah.
How fast it would load, unlike Final Fantasy X or Dragon Age.
Or anything.
Duh, 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 duh. Can I please not see these people walking in? I want to get in the game.
Yeah, when I see contact
Contact
the Dragon Age servers.
servers.
Yeah, I used to get like a comic up on my phone so I can read it while Dragon Age is loaded.
Unbelievable. I've
Is it
never
that bad?
seen. Dude, it's like 5-minute loads.
Wow.
It is brutal.
I mean,
That's what
GTA 5's got a long load, but that's it. Once it's loaded.
Oh, this does not
Oh,
front
Dragon
end.
Age,
This
you're
front
bouncing
ends
back to your
constantly.
headquarters every 5 minutes, set off little missions, time missions and
Right.
stuff.
It's horrendous. Have you heard about people changing the clock on their console to get those missions done faster?
Really?
You could, move your clock a day forward and you get them all done.
I've done all of them that he's given me. So
You just
and I've-
recycle old ones, don't it? Then it starts repeating them.
So I haven't really had a problem with it. There's been a couple of ones that have been
Well,
about
it's what it's
20,
like
20
19 hours. Like, fuck off, you lazy one.
Yeah, I basically set it off before I've had something to do at weekend, go and have a week, come back and then it's done. So it's not really all that's bothered me.
I don't like that real time nature.
Oh, it
to
don't bother me.
Stuff.
I like the fact
Is
that
it where you've got to like do something and you've got to wait so long before you can do something else?
Yeah,
you
pretty
just go to a
much.
board, you pick your mission, you pick who you want to send on it. You've got 3 people. and
Well,
then-
like assassin thing.
But what if you
Yeah,
died?
sort of.
What if you died in real life and you never found out what that 19-hour mission was? Because
all
you
you're going to get
died.
rewarded is herbs and maybe a shitty weapon that you're never going to use.
It's
So-
exactly like the assassin thing, where you send assassins off to different.
But it's more
towns.
interesting. You feel like you're doing more, even
Yeah.
though you're doing less.
Yeah, and it gives you like influence. and
Especially you
stuff.
can't do it on your phone.
You should be able
Probably can.
There is no. There isn't I think there might be on iPhone. There's definitely no one for
Apparently,
Android.
you can use a hunter-killer drone to back up your team of mages. If you're on the bus, you're like, yo guys!
For a hunter kill Black Ops, but that blows up after one.
I said, just a drone. You can fire hellfires.
Alright.
They don't actually exist, those bird things.
I wish they did. I think the coolest, the best thing about Black Ops.
What, those paper planes?
They probably do exist.
Top kill streak were like a swarm of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, thousands of them.
And they nerfed it. You know when that first happened?
Yeah.
It was like D-Day. It was amazing. Well, D-Day's horrendous, and we should all respect it because it's very sad. But it was hilarious in the Call of Duty concert.
Yeah, you're actually funny, unlike the nuke, which was just shit.
I liked the nuke.
I hated the nuke. I hated that
See if you got that one with a load of paper planes. If you went inside, did it null it?
Yeah, because it hit roofs.
Yeah.
But they could sometimes splash you through
Yeah.
doors and things.
Yeah, and most of them levels had glass roofs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it were really, really powerful, but they lessened it. And like with these new ones, the new Call of Duties aren't that fun to do because the kill streaks aren't as dominant.
Yeah.
You take away the dominance of the kill streaks and it's not as fun to get the kills.
And it got that shit where if you die, you keep your kill streak as well.
Yeah, it's support.
Fuck's a lot about.
That's
Yeah,
trash.
I don't think that's on most Warfare.
Remember
It
when
is.
kill
Is
streaks?
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
can
ain't
do
played enough to.
kill streak perks, and there's like 9 of them. So you can have it where it costs an additional 50 or 100 points to get that kill streak, but it does this instead, or it
Right.
does that instead. And you can essentially have a UAV cost 1,000 points, so you have to get like a 10 kill streak to get it. But when you get it, you know it's Mr. T running around shouting people's locations out. You know,
There's one over here, fool!
being a fool.
Sounds stupid.
Or you can get Snoop Dogg.
I
telling
don't
you
like. I
missions.
just don't like the fact that kill streak continues when you're dead. Because it's not a kill streak. Your streak ends as soon as you die.
Yeah,
The
it's.
skill streak.
They've
Bro.
killed it, though, haven't they? They've killed that entire formula. COD
Yeah.
4 did it better because it made guns feel good, and it meant when you got something, it felt important. And if the other team didn't do anything about it, you would get more. That's how it worked. Modern Warfare 2 just went nuts, and then everyone after that. I think Black Ops had a good balance because it had really dominant stuff and really supporty stuff. But after that, you know, kill it, let it die, new game.
Same with Black Ops 2. I really enjoyed.
Black Ops 2 is a good
I
gun.
think it's one of my. It's definitely. I think it's probably my second favourite, mechanically favourite multiplayer. For Black Ops 2.
It's had good maps.
Black Ops 1, I had more fun on it because we were all together. But Black Ops 2, just I love direct play. I love everything about it. Just
Do you know?
Nobody played it though, that was a problem.
yeah.
Out of all the multiplayers I've played, I think one I've had probably most fun with is Bad Company 2.
Bad Company 2, yeah.
Yeah.
When I played with you and Lou that time, when I first got it through, and I didn't even know what it was, but
Oh,
I
you're
just put a rifle
sniping
on
and
and I was
that.
shooting, and it was like, this is fucking great.
Yeah. And then I enjoyed Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and Battlefield's online in general I really enjoyed, but Bad Company 2 will always
That were a renaissance
blowing up
moment for
buildings
me,
and
that.
shit.
Because Thirden, I hated that.
Yeah.
I
4
played
was great
that
though. Did you
better.
play 4 online?
No.
There's a
Didn't get a chance. Thirden left such a bitter taste in my
Yeah.
mouth.
I'm exactly.
there's a mission on there's a map on 4. It's that one where you're inside prison. I love
Oh,
it.
that from level
It's
front campaign.
so good.
Yeah,
Like
I've
when
seen
you-
footage of people noob tubing and it's just
Yeah,
explosions
yeah.
on both sides.
But when you're down corridors and there's like one guy with an LMG just laid down and then you just bullets are whizzing down and you're trying to find.
I bet
ways
that's good
around
on
and
next
stuff.
gen. You know, it's like massive multiplayer.
It's great. Yeah.
Is it stable now though? Because it was really unstable. At
When I was
first.
playing it was fine,
Oh.
and that was not long after launch.
I should have to check that out. I just like sticking C4 on road bikes.
You might as well just wait for hardline.
Yeah, but the problem with that, dude, is it's a different team and they're trying to make it close, and Battlefield isn't about close.
Oh yeah.
So
Do you know what though?
it makes me
you
wonder how it's going to work.
if you got an Xbox One and picked up a copy of Battlefield 4, I'd probably. I mean, I only rented it, but I'd probably go out and buy a copy of Battlefield 4 just to play it with.
Well, it's definitely something that I'll be looking into because I entered a
And it's
multiplayer
somebody else talking about
experience.
plugin.
It's got
If
them,
I could have Battlefield 4, hint, hint, wink, wink.
no, but it's got them dynamic maps as well, in it, where you're like, oh, you
Oh,
shoot
shit.
this out, and then water fills level, and
Which
the
is
ship crashes into
the
it.
thing
and
for
all
me
this
is-
stuff, and
That's cool.
I've
I
not seen
love
that.
the idea.
There's one where a ship's trapped on a wind turbine, and if you shoot it, ship progresses into island and just smashes into it, and it like
Like you can
cuts
bring like
bits off and
satellite
stuff.
towers down and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
It's what's it called? Levolution? or something
Levolution, yeah, I think
ridiculous?
that's it.
It's got
Oh, it's like
stupid
a siege on Shanghai. There's a skyscraper that falls over.
Yeah.
It's got a flag on top
You
of it.
bring a building down.
And you go up lifts to get to it, or you can get a helicopter to get to it. It's absolutely amazing getting up there and like firefighting across to each other because you go up different sets of lifts, jumping off and parachuting down, all this good stuff. But if you blow out 4 columns at front, it all falls over, and then when it hits water, that like sends a wave down, and then flag moves to the bottom in out rubble.
It's like in Captain
But it's
America,
great
when they
because
told to climb that pole, get the
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, the building's going down. You just see everybody like, oh my god, hey, parachuting. And you just see all these people parachuting down.
Landing on
That
one of those
sounds
other
like
buildings and then shooting you with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Well, I get to sing the dog tag song when I sneak up behind them, so that's always fun.
But it's Payday all over again. It's Kane and Lynch all over again. There is a market for a heist game that's really good, and we haven't got it yet.
J5 heists.
There's people thinking about it, people trying to make it, but people failing dismally.
You can't make it, yeah. And Hardline is the next iteration of that, but I can't think of a worse engine to do it with.
Well,
And it's not because I don't like, is it Frostbite or whatever,
Yeah.
but shooting in Battlefield has never felt that great. It's really recoiling.
sounds nice.
It sounds beautiful. It sounds the best. It's ever
I think
sounded.
the thing that they're pushing Hardline with is, I can't remember. I don't know if this is true, so I might be way off. But I think they're using either the same or a very similar engine to 4, and they've had all this time to fix the bugs from 4 to make Hardline work right from day one.
Yeah.
It's going to look a bit better and what have you, but it's like they've not focused so much on advancing engine, but more tweaking gameplay to make it correct.
I just hope they do, because it is the last franchise I would want to do a heist game with because of just how it controls.
Yeah.
It is not as good as its competitors. Call of Duty is smoother. Halo has better flow. Like, even though they're not technically its competitors, but you know what I mean. I don't.
New Halo beta, new Halo 5 beta. Have you seen out on it?
I saw him aiming down sights.
So
and it
confused.
jarred me.
You can aim down sights now.
Oh,
You can hover. Do you know if you jump and aim, you hover and all this? You can do a ground pound and there's all sorts. I couldn't get my head around
It looked weird.
It don't. It's being plugged as Halo for the new era, but it's like
Halo trying to move
It's
more
Halo
towards-
Kiddie Edition.
it's so weird.
Get them COD.
I think if you
kids
once you
in.
play campaign and it all makes sense to you, then it won't be
Might
as
be
bad.
fun, yeah, but it's
That's what's been
jarring.
the thing about Halo. You don't have to aim down sights. You can
Yeah.
bounce
No,
around.
but this is what they've said.
Well,
you
we never
can
had
aim down
recoil.
sights, but you don't have to. It
All
still
right.
works like it used to, but the option's there for you to aim down sights.
Right.
So you can like left trigger scope
Yeah.
instead of, or you can have it on analog. It's up to you. But it's still your BR works just as well from IP as where it does down sights.
Right.
But you just get drawn into doing it because
Everyone
most games where
does
you
it
can
now.
aim down sights increases your accuracy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what's. Destinies are like that with certain weapons. You don't have to aim so much to get as good
A
as
lot
a
of them have
shot.
got perks where it's fired from it makes it more accurate.
That don't make any sense, does it?
Mainly on fusion rifles though.
Oh, and hand cannons. Hand cannons do it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never used an cannon on that game.
Really?
Never used
Really
one.
good.
Missing out, man. It's fun.
I always use auto rifles. I love them.
Scout rifles are my thing.
I've got a couple of good scout rifles, but I use auto rifles. Auto rifles, rocket launchers, and snipers.
Scouts and hand
You see, there's so
cannons
much
are my
choice. It'll probably take you a while to get to them, but you know you should probably try and use all.
If I got Fatebringer,
all 4 of them.
if I had Fatebringer, I'd probably use hand cannon.
What's that one that I had? That one that I didn't do that mission for. You know, it's like exotic bounty to get this.
Oh,
hand
that
cannon.
fucking...
Is it the
Thorn?
thorn or something?
Thorn.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
poisons enemies, doesn't it?
I have no idea. I haven't fucking done it. Jump through all these hoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Turning it off.
eventually got that. It took me ages because I'm shit at multiplayer.
So you got to kill people with void damage in multiplayer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Worthless.
And when you die, you lose so much of your progress and all this bollocks.
It's worthless. Absolutely worthless.
But yeah, do you want to start rapping? So you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to head off.
Well, I don't even have to rap. It's just going to be a conversation, so I can stop it.